trying to figure it out. This is a zeal that the brother was talking about. But when you go into it, it all boils down to you not having fear of the Most High God. All right? And you got a quick point to really point that out. Is that it on that? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And what else?
And the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
And the knowledge of the holy is understanding, because you understand that the Lord requires things that are past. You understand that the Most High is going to bring every work into the light. It's going to bring every work into account when it's time for you to face that judgment. These are the things you got to understand.
Right here.
The Legend of Zillow. What's going on? You got a question? You just came up here to listen?
Absolutely.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your name?
Devin.
Devin? Devin or Kevin?
D.
D with a D. Okay, Devin. Close to devil. But listen.
Oh, come on.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hey, listen. Listen. Your name is one letter away from devil. Your name's one letter away from devil. I'm just making a conscious observation. That's all.
No, you're getting bullshit.
You think I'm bullshitting?
No,
Did you just tell me that I'm bullshitting? Did you just say that? I can't believe you.
You got a loud mouth.
I got a loud mouth? Okay, hey, listen. Let's just cut to the chase. You don't feel like you're a devil? Just a simple question, yes or no. Do you feel like you are or not?
Am I on YouTube or some bullshit?
No, you're not on YouTube. You're not gonna become famous. You're not gonna become, a renowned member of the Zillow clan or community. Okay, just don't worry about that. I'm asking you a simple question, Devin. All right? Would you consider yourself a just man? Do you believe in justice?
Absolutely.
Okay. To you, if I had to ask you to give me an example of justice. What's justice?
I don't like where this started.
Why?
Because you said devil.
No, I said it's that close to devil. Your name, Devin, is one letter away from devil.
Why would I assume?
Don't assume.
You have something to say with you.
First of all,
with devil.
I can see that you feel like I have something to say. That's why you're here. That's why you came up to stop.
Sure.
Because you were drawn to my doctrine.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to show you the doctrine that you were drawn to.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
So, what's your definition of justice?
Is this supposed to be like justice?
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be like flip because it's going sideways? I don't know.
What's justice, Devin? You're a grown man. What's justice? You just said you are a man of justice. You're a just man. So how can you label yourself a just man if you don't know the definition of justice? Or if you can't define or explain to me what justice is to you?
Justice.
Don't worry about it, Devin. I'm going to show you what justice is, and I'm going to see if your train of thought lines up with the proper definition and breakdown of what justice is. Revelations 13, 9 and 10.
Good.
You got it? Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. And you hold that. All right, I got you. Bring it out.
It's Book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Devin, you got an ear, right?
What? Dude,
It was a slip of the tongue. You got an ear, right?
No, it's not, dude.
Do you have an ear, Devin?
Do you want
All right, Devin, do you have an ear? Don't worry. Listen.
Wait, chill.
Do you want me to walk away?
Back up, Devin.
Do you want me to walk away?
Listen. You're
devil.
Listen, you're displaying and you're acting just like a devil right now. Back up
Because you
and have a
said that.
simple
You
conversation.
said that immediately.
I
Devil.
said your name is one letter away from devil.
And you just said devil.
Okay,
Devin.
listen, devil, and I
Stop
corrected
looking at me
myself.
like
I said
that.
I
Come
mean
on.
Devin. Let's read what the Bible has to
That's
say.
silly.
All right, we're gonna listen.
You guys are
Let's listen to
silly.
what the Bible has to say. Go
I
ahead.
am the nicest guy in the fucking
He's good.
world.
He's good.
I'm the
He's
nicest
good.
guy in the fucking
He's good.
world.
The water.
Trust me, I'm the nicest guy in the fucking world.
I'm sure. Go ahead. Let's see what the Bible has to say. Go ahead.
And you say that shit.
He
to
that
me.
leadeth into captivity.
Now, would you say?
I want to listen to you
Would you
guys.
say you have an ear to hear? Okay, you said you're trying to listen to us.
Absolutely. That's why
It says the scripture says he. The scripture says he that leadeth. The scripture says he that leadeth into captivity. Right? Would you say that the so-called white man has led blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians into captivity?
You said you were the nicest guy.
You're the nicest guy in the world. I just need you to give me a nice, simple answer, Devin.
Everybody has done that.
Like
Give
who?
me a break. You put
Like
me on
who?
this fucking YouTube
Nobody is putting you on YouTube, Devin.
or somewhere.
Nobody. It might go somewhere.
And you're gonna cut
It
that,
might go
You're
somewhere.
gonna cut that shit out.
We're not gonna
Like,
cut
all of a
any.
sudden
Hey,
there's some
we're gonna.
shit.
Hey,
You
we're
can
gonna
fill that
put the
shit.
raw, uncut
And
footage
you
up.
think I don't have shit on YouTube right now?
Don't worry about it. Let's see what the Bible has to say. Go ahead.
He that leadeth
This
into
ain't the Bible.
captivity.
I don't
Bible.
think there's any. I don't think there's anybody on the planet Earth that would deny that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were led into captivity by the so-called white men.
Right.
Who is this gentleman right here? D. Who is the gentleman right here? Hopefully he can deal a lot better than Devin.
I told him you were looking for somebody a white man who was righteous enough to admit that slavery was wrong.
Hell yeah.
You admit slavery is wrong? What's your name? Aaron. All right? Biblical name, right? Would you call yourself, do you believe that you were as just as a man as the priest Aaron in the scriptures?
And where did the just where did
You were a
the
Christian?
where did the
You can't even
slavery-
figure it out,
where did
Devin.
the- where did the
Devin, you
slavery
can't even
come
figure
from?
it out,
Hey,
man.
wait, 1 second. Where did the
Listen,
slavery come
Devin,
from?
just relax
Where
and
did
back
the
up.
slavery come
Relax
from?
and back up. We're
Where
gonna
did
talk as
slavery
men.
come from?
We're gonna talk as men.
Oh,
All
now-
right, Devin, you don't have to
now-
bark
now I
at me.
can't say
Aaron,
anything, right?
you're a Christian and you believe in justice, right? You believe God is a just man? He deals with just weight, right? Perfect balance, right? Let's start that back from the top. We're gonna talk to Aaron now because Devin, he doesn't want to talk. Go ahead.
Book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Would you agree that the black, Hispanic,
These guys
Native
have
Americans were
fucking
led
heart.
into captivity by the so-called white man? So the scripture says, he that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. Has the so-called white race been taken into captivity for their crimes against the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
I don't think so. But
They have not. Let's see.
Forefathers.
I'm glad you said that. Let's finish the scripture and then we're going to get to that point. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword
Would you say that they killed plenty of blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians with the sword? Read.
must be killed with the sword.
So the scriptures are saying that they must be killed with the sword. Now you say that it has nothing to do with you because you're the children of the foreparents that did it. They did it, not you. Let's see what the Bible has to say about that because you're a Christian. Bring it out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter.
Prepare what?
Prepare slaughter.
Is that a killing? Is there any other way to describe slaughter other than to kill or to take one's life? Prepare slaughter, read.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
For who?
For his children.
For what?
For the iniquity of their fathers.
So it might not have been you per se taking and buying slaves, putting them on oxen blocks, selling them, chaining them up at the bottom of a cargo ship and transporting them over rough seas and rough waters, and then whipping them, robbing them, raping them, murdering them, castrating them. You probably wasn't doing that per se. But the scripture says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of the fathers.
Right.
That's what we call justice. You know why?
Right.
Because what would happen is, if you were smart in your criminal activity, you would create a system to where it would never come back to you in your own lifetime. You would leave it for your kids to continue to perpetuate this same system so that it never comes back around. Give me Ecclesiastes. That was it on that?
A little more.
Finish that. Give me Ecclesiastes 3:15. Go ahead.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So that they do not reap of none of the benefits of the perpetual system that was created by the person who did those things, their forefathers. Go ahead.
Okay, everybody's got a right to a belief, but how the fuck do you think that you're going to spread that to enough people to get anyone to do anything about that? There's not enough Christians in the world or people in the world who would agree with you.
To do what? What would they have to do about it? I'm just curious about that. You said I'm not going to be able to spread it around to enough people to be able to do anything about it?
Well, are you saying that we need to suffer for what our forefathers did?
I didn't say that. The Bible just said it.
Right.
The prophet Isaiah said that. That
Right.
was a prophecy that was going to come to pass. You don't agree with that?
Well,
Give me number 3533.
He said it has to happen.
It has to
It
happen?
hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't. It hasn't happened. But does it have to happen?
Well, you know what? I'm white. I really don't want to be the one to say that because I feel like that would, I don't know, man. That's a hard fucking question.
But
yeah?
real quick, if it didn't happen,
Hope that didn't sound weird.
No, it didn't sound weird. I fully comprehended what you said. If it didn't happen, do you know that your Christian belief in the prophet Isaiah would have to cease because Isaiah would no longer be a prophet? Get that in Deuteronomy 18, I believe it's verse 20. This is how the Lord said we have to identify a prophet, right? Deuteronomy 18 and 20.
I got a precept too.
You got something? Bring it out. Let's get it. We're going to turn Aaron's world upside down tonight, all right? Peacefully.
I don't know what I just did.
Go ahead.
Myself, but I'm gonna
It's okay.
stick around for a little bit.
I got you. Go ahead.
Look at Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name.
Would you agree that Isaiah spoke words in the name of God? Right. Isaiah spoke in the name of God. I mean, that's no secret. I just want to get an understanding before we move on. Just dealing in order, right? So when the scripture says if a prophet presumes to speak a word in my name, in God's name, right? Go ahead.
Which I have not commanded him to speak.
If they do not come, God did not command him to do it, but he does it anyway. Go ahead.
To speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods,
Go ahead.
even that prophet shall die.
Go up to 19. You see, it's at 19 because it speaks about. It speaks about verse 22. You got it.
Verse 22.
Hey, he do. I got you. Go ahead.
Verse 22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing followeth not, nor come to pass,
If I speak a word in God's name and it follows not or does not come to pass, read.
that is the thing which the Lord hath spoken, but the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
So you're pretty much telling me that if you do not want what Isaiah prophesied to come to pass, that we shouldn't revere or we shouldn't fear or respect Isaiah at all because he would not be a prophet.
So what I want to know is what are you suggesting? Or what are you?
You got number 35? I'm about to show you. Go
What's the
ahead.
point so I can get out of
Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void.
And this is Isaiah that's speaking this.
Well,
The
no,
Lord,
this is the Most
oh,
High.
well, excuse me, this is in the book of Isaiah, so he's delivering this through Isaiah, right? The Lord is not going to speak a thing and then it's going to return void, meaning it's going to come back empty. If he speaks it, it's going to come to pass. Go ahead.
That's right.
But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
It shall prosper and it shall be received into whoever he sent it unto. You got something, Habakkuk? No, get Isaiah 49:23. Go ahead.
It didn't happen yet.
It didn't happen yet. Go ahead.
Book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
So when we read about what happened in Isaiah's time, even though we haven't seen it happen yet, we understand through the process of time, and we also understand the natural concept of something called karma. What goes around comes around. It's on its way back around. Okay, go ahead.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
It's going to speak at the end, and it's not going to be a lie. It's not going to turn out to be a lie. Though it tarry, though it seems like it's prolonging itself, although it seems like it's taking a while to happen, wait for it, read.
Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It's going to surely come to pass, it will not tarry.
So is the only reason is just to tell people about it or like what?
What we have to do is we have to wake up the elect men of the nation of Israel.
Right.
All right? Which is made up of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians according to history and prophecy.
God.
Once we wake them up, that's when the Lord is going to be able to come and perform the mercies and promises made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're a Christian, your name is Aaron, you should do some research up on the name and the character you were named after. You see what I'm saying? So if you understand that, you understand what the priest Aaron and his brother Moses was doing for the nation of Israel. And the promises that was delivered unto the nation of Israel through them by the Most High God. Once you understand that, you'll understand the latter end of things. It's not necessarily a comparison. It's definitely, you're right, it is a comparison. It's a comparison of what they were going through in those times and what was prophesied to happen and what we're going through in today's times. And the position and the people that we fit versus the people in the position that you fit. So, when we get into it, give me Isaiah 49:23. Would you say you're a just man, you're a Christian, right? One more, and I'm going to let you go. Go ahead. And we got just a lot of just Batiman homosexual faggots in the street today, man. I don't understand this. This is crazy. How is it more? You want to see what the Bible say about them too? You want to see what your God that you say you believe in says about them too? You got the time. You always got the time for God. Bring it out.
Book of Isaiah chapter 49, verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
It says the kings of the earth and the queens is going to be our nursing mothers and fathers. Right? Meaning what? They're going to serve us. Go ahead.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of the feet.
These people are going to bow down to us, and they're going to lick up the dust off of our feet. All right? All the damn faggots, all the pedophiles, all the damn rapists of the so-called white race, all right? They're going to be destroyed, and they're going to bow down to the men you see before you today.
That's right!
All right? Thus saith the Most High God. Go ahead.
Right.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
And you're going to understand and know and be well aware of the power that the Most High God has and how he establishes his people with whoever he will. And he has compassion and mercy on whomever he will. And he has it on the nation of Israel, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Best to believe that. Read.
For they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
And we are not going to be ashamed. All right?
That's right.
What you got, man?
Exodus, Ecclesiastes 3.
White man is a goddamn devil.
That's right.
Let's make sure everybody understands and knows and loves that. Right?
She don't like
What's up, Aaron, what you doing, man? Can't be touching people, Aaron. What's going on?
Oh, I'm just making sure he's gonna blur my face out whatever the video is or whatever.
I mean, he's recording the video
Okay.
right now. He's not in charge of editing the video.
Well, whoever does that, make sure they do that. You feel me?
All right. What's going on with the sister over here?
She don't want to. She says she's cool with the message, but the white man is the devil. She can't get
Why are you so adamantly against the truth?
Because they're all the same.
How?
Because this flesh that we're wrapped in is not all that we are.
It's not about flesh. Habakkuk 2:4. I didn't say anything about his flesh. I didn't
That's
say
what I'm
anything.
saying. Why is the
I didn't
white
say
man
anything
devil?
about the color of his skin.
You said the white man.
No, but there's white people who aren't white in skin color. It's not about skin color.
blue eyes.
I.e., Lenny Kravitz is a white man. Is his skin white?
Why the devil? Why are you reporting me?
How? Because his father is Jewish. That's why he's a white man. He comes from the seed of a white man. So he's a white person. You understand what I'm saying?
We all do.
So
I thought the message is love.
no, the message is love, okay? And you know who black people have had no problem loving for the past 500 years? The people who rape, rob, murder, and destroy you. You know who black people who have a problem loving the last 500 years? Themselves. So the message is love. Indefinitely. The message is to teach our people how to love themselves, something that they have not done.
You think black
Hold on. Do you know how rude it is to interrupt a personal conversation? I'm having a conversation with this young lady, and here you are interjecting into it. You'll be dealt with momentarily. All right? So back to my point. Our people don't know how to love themselves or each other. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't. Save me. Karan, do not do that.
Slack, guy. Slack.
We don't give that type of foolery attention, man. Hosea 4:6. Drop what you have.
That's
Hosea
how that
4:6.
works.
All
That's
right.
how that works. Because you guys are wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yep.
You know what's wrong?
Because you got a
You,
fucking big
you know what's
old
wrong?
mouth.
You know what's wrong, Devin? What's wrong is what you're gonna do when you go home tonight. That's what's wrong.
Read out.
There's some people cheering.
That's what's wrong, man. Read.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
It has no knowledge,
For lack
man.
of effort.
This is why she's out here singing, talking about love, and we're all the same. And man,
Yeah,
but
we're
you
all
don't.
the same.
But we don't love
Yeah,
each
we're all
other,
the
man.
same.
We don't love each
Everybody's
other.
the same.
Everybody's the same.
Everybody's the same.
How?
Everybody's the
How?
same.
Tell me how.
Because we're all the same.
How?
Man, take that shit out of my face.
How? Don't worry about him. Don't stop getting.
We're all
all
the, we're all the same.
Stay
How
away from
how
that.
are we not the same?
Explain to me how we are the same.
How are we not? You explain that.
There's a lot of ways how we're not the same. Let me ask you a question. How good are you on a basketball court?
Why does that matter? Go ahead and
We're not the
explain
same. That's why.
that. How are we on a computer?
Can you show me?
How are we on a computer?
Hey, guess what? We got people who are on computers.
That's right.
Great, do that.
All right.
Bring it.
What do you mean
Bring it.
What do you mean bring it? What do you mean bring it? Bring what?
Why would you say shit like that?
Shit like what? What are you talking about?
I was just saying, have a good night.
I mean, he's just saying that. I mean,
He's doing you're in the right spot.
no. Again, what's wrong is what you do on the computer after you're gonna leave here. That's very wrong. And listen, and somebody
else.
needs to arrest
What's
you,
that
man.
That's right.
You need to
that
be
supposed
locked
to
up.
mean?
You know what it means, man. Don't be stupid, man. Don't play dumb. You know what you're gonna do.
I gotta go to sleep.
You know what's on that hard drive, man.
I'm damn
You know what's on that secret hard drive clicked under your damn bed.
Damn near nothing.
All right.
It ain't Zillow.
Oh, it ain't Zillow, my man. Read that.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
That's what was wrong with that sister, man. She's simply destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. All right?
You're
drop that.
laughing
Give
out
me
of
Hebrews 12 and 16.
You're laughing out of the Bible and giving me shit.
Is there something wrong about that?
Yeah,
Is that wrong?
you gave me shit on my shirt. And
No, we're not giving you shit about your shirt.
Some funny
We're
shit.
not giving you shit about your shirt. There's nothing
Fuck
wrong
yeah,
with
you
your
did.
shirt. What we're
Fuck
saying
yeah,
is
you did.
Zillow isn't
Fuck
your
yeah,
only
you did.
interest. Zillow ain't all you're doing on the
I
computer,
didn't
buddy.
work there. What do you know what you're talking about? And you made this fucking joke about it. Like, hey.
Is that offensive to you? Does that hurt your feelings or something? Hold on, please give me some space. Please give me some space, sir. I don't want any of your bacteria.
You
Come
went
on.
straight to the Bible.
Because this is what I believe.
That's right.
Because you went to the Bible and gave me crap, and then you went straight to the
Are
Bible.
you ready for some more crap out the Bible?
And all of a sudden, there's
Look
like...
at Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6.
There's like some...
For-
16. There's like some
Verse
stuff
16.
out here.
Lest there be any fornicator.
Any fornicator, any person who's more of a degenerate sexually than who?
Or a profane
Or a
person
person further outside of the temple than who?
as
Your
Esau.
forefather, the progenitor of the Caucasian race. The people who you come from, this is what makes us different. Nobody is more profane or nobody is a bigger fornicator than you. This is why we're making statements about what you're going to do when you go home.
Because
man.
I'm white?
Not because of the color of your skin. It's not about the color of your skin, man.
Well, that's what you
All
just
right?
said.
No, I didn't, man. You're not picking up what I'm putting down.
Okay, I want to.
The color of your
Trust me, I want
the
to.
color of your
I want
skin. Listen,
to.
all right.
I want to.
Listen,
I want
Devin.
I want to understand.
Devin, listen
I'm
closely.
not like...
Drop that Habakkuk 2 and 4. Listen
I
closely.
want to. I want to.
All right.
Seriously.
I'm gonna explain
Seriously,
it to
I'm
you.
not like joking around
I'm gonna
here.
explain it to you, Devin. I understand that you do it, and you're sincere. You're sincere in your inquisition. So let's deal with this. It's not because of the color of your skin. It's because of the evilness of your spirit. Your skin color is a byproduct of the evil that is within you. Read.
The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Your soul is not upright in you. You see, that's why you have all these perverted thoughts that you have constantly. Read.
But the just shall live by faith.
We live by faith. Faith in this Bible. Read on.
That's it.
Keep going.
Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine.
What does that mean to transgress by wine? You know what that means for the Bible?
Because you're drunk as fuck.
It has nothing to do with you being drunk. It has nothing to do with actual wine.
All right.
What it has to do with is the ideology that you internalize. The ideology that white people have spread throughout the world. That's the wine that they transgress by. That's the wine that you people transgress by. Read.
He is a proud man.
He is a proud man. Now watch this.
Neither keepeth at home.
Neither keep it at home. Let me ask you a question. You seem like you're educated. Am I wrong by assuming that?
Shit, I'm gonna fucking on YouTube or somewhere else.
All right, am I wrong to assume that you're educated?
I should fucking YouTube you.
That's fine.
No, okay, yes, go ahead.
Are you educated?
Carry on. Pretty much not.
Okay, all right. Do you know where white people come from?
I don't want to answer that.
You don't want to answer that? Do you know where you get the origins of your people?
A lot of people looking at me.
I mean,
Where do you know where are your people from?
I know where my
Because
people
you're
are
not
from.
even that white or black.
It doesn't matter. I know where my people
I know
come
where
from. Do you know where your people come from?
Yeah, I do.
Where?
Europe?
Europe, right? So now listen.
Same as
now
you.
listen. My people don't come from Europe.
Fuck yeah, they do.
My people come from Israel.
That's right.
What are you talking about? You see how convenient that is? Once we start calling out the white man and how evil he is, he wants to start pointing fingers elsewhere. But you don't keep it home. You're not at home right now. Read that again.
Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine,
Read.
he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Yes, we can tell you to back up because everybody is allotted their personal space. So what are you talking about? It say neither keepeth at home. Why aren't white people at home? Why do I see white people in America? Why do I see white people in Asia? Why do I see white people in Australia? Because you're not staying at home. You're not where you belong. Why don't you go back to where you belong? Why don't you go back to where the climate suits you? Where do I belong? Oh, give me some space, man. Oh, come on. You belong. Let me ask you something. Where in Europe? Where in Europe? It doesn't matter. Yes, we can do whatever we want. All right? We have our rights. That's so now. Where is your family from? Huh? Oh, that's fine. Report it. We're all over YouTube. All right? We're all over everywhere. So where's your family from? Huh?
Why does it matter?
Because I'm asking you a question, man.
Here.
Your family from here? Your family ain't from no damn here.
Neither is yours.
All right? I didn't say my family's from. I said my family's from Israel. That's the other
right.
side of the world.
They're not there.
Yo, can you prove my family's not from Israel?
Can you prove yours is?
Assuredly I can.
Do it.
No, prove where your family is from. Don't try to change the subject. This is why my esteemed colleague said called you the devil when you walked up.
Right.
You see how much of the devil you're being? You won't ask a question. You won't answer a simple question. Why don't you be proud in whatever piece of garbage country in Europe that your people come from?
Right.
Where do they come from?
Wow. Europe is garbage.
Europe is a garbage place.
Right.
It's the first
Europe.
one. Yeah, well, I mean, what's good about Europe? Can you tell me? Is the weather good? What natural resources does any European nation produce? I mean, if you cannot give me these accolades, then you cannot. Then what I said stands that Europe is a piece of garbage continent.
That's right.
With a bunch of piece of garbage countries in it.
That's right.
Right or wrong?
I see a lot of black people here. Is that wrong?
I mean, people could call us that.
How many black people are now currently enslaving people?
What black people are enslaving anybody?
Libya.
Libya, those aren't black people, those are Arabs.
Right.
Arabs aren't black people. What are you talking about?
Semantics.
It's not a semantic. Let me explain to you why it's not a semantic.
Semantics.
Let me explain to you why it's not a semantic and how retarded you are. Number one, in America, Arabs are classified as Caucasians.
What?
Genius. Arabs are classified as Caucasians on the United States Census.
Arabs
Classified as Caucasians.
Yeah,
That's number one.
It's
Number
like,
two,
it's like
it
Slav,
says North
right?
Africans.
Slav, right? Slav.
Okay, what about being a Slav? What does Slav mean?
Slav.
Slav means slave. Right or wrong? Are you Slavic? You're certainly not Slavic.
Endemic to the word.
You said what?
What Slav means?
Slav means slave.
Where do you think that came from?
It came from whatever language that originated.
Right. White.
Oh, so the original Slavs were white?
Right.
The original Slavs
Right.
were white.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, well, white is right?
No.
Yeah. Bring out your white, let your white pride out.
Bring it out.
Let your white pride out. Let it out.
Let's tap the shit the fuck out of it.
It's the devil. The devil if I have ever seen one. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Neither keepeth at home.
Neither keep it at home. Why aren't you in Europe? Why did your family leave Europe, man? Can you tell me?
By yours.
I know my family wasn't in Europe. My family was taken and carted off in slavery by Europeans.
That's right.
So why? Why didn't you just stay in Europe? Can you tell me?
Why didn't you?
I'm not from Europe.
Why didn't you go back?
I'm not from Europe.
Why didn't you go back?
Why don't the people who took me from somewhere pay for me to go back?
Right.
And why don't they pay me for all the free labor that they got from my ancestors?
Right.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, poor baby. You see that? You see that? You
Poor
see
baby.
that? You see the devil? Hold that. Give me Psalm 73. You see the devil?
Right.
Oh, poor baby. It's very easy for you to say.
Like,
Let me tell you something. Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans
guy's
died
saying
so
shit.
you can look at kitty porn.
Right.
You understand that? And you're going to call me a poor baby.
Poor
You're the
kitty.
goddamn devil.
That's right.
You see that? He just made a motion about raping a child. Do you see what he just did? You're the damn devil, man.
Come
You're so
on,
goddamn sick.
child.
And that's
What are
why
you
we
talking
just brought
about?
up, because I just said you watch kitty porn, you said poor kitty, and then began to hump the air, you damn devil. You sick freak. And
Right.
that's why we called you a child pornographer.
Are you serious?
Watch out, back
Are
up,
you
man.
serious?
Back up.
Hey,
Back up.
don't fucking
Back up.
touch me.
Back
Don't
up.
come over this
Back
side.
up.
Don't touch me.
Back the hell up.
Do not
All right?
touch me.
Shut that. Don't come near me and you won't get touched.
Do not touch
Respect
me.
people's personal space and you won't get touched.
Yeah, that's right.
All right?
Respect space.
You got near me. You're
Yeah,
not respecting
you don't know
my
what you
space.
fucking got here.
All right? You said what?
You don't get out here.
Huh? You don't even know what the hell you're talking about, you drunk idiot. The hell is wrong with you? Read.
You're a drunk idiot.
All right.
You got nothing.
Start at 9. I got nothing. Why don't I have nothing?
The only thing you got is a fucking microphone.
All right. Well, guess what? You know why all I have is a microphone? Maybe because I was stolen from my home
Right.
and brought somewhere else strange to me.
Right.
Really?
And my ancestors raped, robbed, murdered, and oppressed and birthed me in a hellhole created by you.
Right.
The hell are you talking about, devil? Oh, it's bullshit? It's bullshit? Or is it not a historical fact? Are you denying that it's a historical fact?
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. So that didn't happen?
Everybody,
That didn't happen?
Every race has been a slave.
We're not. That's not,
why I said
that's not the
Slav.
topic of
That's-
conversation, man.
Because it's
The
not
topic of
it's
conversation
not- 'cause
is
it's
what
not
you
convenient.
did to me.
'Cause it's not
I don't give a damn
convenient.
what white people did to
'Cause
each
it's not
other, man. You're
convenient
evil
to
and
you.
cruel as hell as
That's
a people.
why.
You're
'Cause
evil
it's
and
not
cruel as hell. You're
convenient.
trouble. But hold
That's
up.
'cause it's not
You
convenient.
want to
You
talk
gotta-
about the Slavs? You want to talk about the Slavs? Let's talk about the history of the Slavs. What color were the Slavs?
White.
Wrong. You're a dummy, man. You don't know anything about history.
But were they-
Where did the Slavs come from? Where did they originate? And what time period did the Slavs exist? Shut your damn mouth. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
You're nothing but a foolish devil. And you were right to answer when I asked you earlier if you were educated. You said you weren't educated. You're right. You're not educated. You don't know a damn thing. The only thing you know how to do is navigate to find child pornography on the internet. That's the only damn thing you know what to
Right.
do. You damn devil. So start at the 9th verse, all right?
Psalm 73, verse 9.
Go ahead.
They set their mouths against the
Go ahead and
heavens,
educate me.
They speak blasphemies, man.
Go ahead and
Read.
educate me.
and their tongues walking through the earth.
And that madness, their doctrine walks all throughout the earth. Read on.
Therefore his people,
Why you guys here?
I want to probably start up.
Listen to this shit. You guys actually believe in this shit? You don't.
Let's go right here to
You
verse
ready to fucking
8.
pop?
Psalm 73 and 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly
You're corrupt. That's why you look at child pornography, because you're corrupt. Read.
concerning oppression.
Concerning oppression.
Right.
You see how he just spoke concerning oppression?
Right.
What does it say?
They speak lawfully.
They
Right.
act like it's nothing, man. They act like the oppression our people have been going through is nothing. This guy is the damn devil
Right.
the Bible speaks of. Watch out, man. Watch the hell out. Read.
They set,
Yeah, oh, you know this dude. This dude definitely is a Comet Pizza patron, man. Read.
they set their mouths.
Yeah, he said, hey, you're a big fan of Comet Pizza? Got him. I tell you, listen, man. We read spirit. Every brother here reads spirit.
That's
son.
right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walking through the earth.
You know, that's where he gets the Slavs were white. That's a lie. He knows nothing about the history of the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, who these original peoples were, the Visigoths, the Van. He don't know about any of those peoples.
And you know what? You're a nice guy because all you were trying to do was liberate him from his addiction to child
porn.
Bring it up.
That's all he was trying to do was
All I
liberate
want to
you.
do is liberate you and
From
get you to
child
stop
porn,
looking
man.
at kitty porn, man.
Crazy.
Because that's sick as hell, man.
Bring it out.
Read.
Therefore his people return hither, and waters are full of a full cup are wrung out to them.
That's what's going to happen to you. You got judgment coming, man.
Right.
You got
Right.
a judgment coming to you. And every goddamn so-called white man got a judgment coming to them.
That's right.
That's right.
All right? So you're going to be kissing your damn ass goodbye very shortly.
That's right.
Hold that. Go ahead, Sarge.
God, book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5.
Read.
Because thou hast had a perpetual.
That's a white man. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that. Go ahead.
He's talking shit because you guys are talking like, well.
We already cut him, man. He's mad. He's a white man. That's all. Go ahead.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
That's what y'all done. And you want to play it like it's nothing. the Slavs were slaves. So the Slavs being slaves negates the last 500 years of American history?
Right.
Were the Slavs in slavery to the level blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were in slavery? Of course not. Who suffered like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have suffered? Can you tell me?
Just you.
That's the right answer. Just us, blacks, Hispanics,
And that's right. Right. And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
What you've done. Your people have murdered hundreds of millions of people. And you just get to walk around downtown San Diego drunk and go home and freely watch kiddie porn and nobody can stop you. How disgusting is that? And you don't think God is going to do something about that?
Right.
You don't think God is going to render a recompense for that?
Right.
Of course he is. Of course he would have to, man. He would have to. Read.
Yeah, actually, God.
And shed the blood.
Actually, God would what?
Embrace me. And you're not doing that.
God would embrace somebody who goes home.
You're not doing that.
And watches
You're not
child
doing that.
pornography.
You're
man.
not doing that.
All right? Why
You're
would I
not doing
embrace the
that.
devil, man? Who would embrace the devil? Can you tell me?
Everybody.
Everybody. You know what? Everybody would embrace the devil. And that's exactly why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in the position we're in right now. Because we're dumb enough to embrace the devil.
Right.
Well, us right here, we're not dumb enough to embrace the devil.
And that's right.
We're smart enough to recognize the devil, call a damn spade a spade, and reject the devil. Give me resist the devil.
Fight the devil, brother.
Fight. We gotta fight the goddamn devil. All right? Resist the devil, and he shall flee from you, as it is written, man. All right? And that's what we're doing. We're resisting the goddamn devil. In every way, in every facet, in every way imaginable. We're gonna resist the goddamn devil. All right? Because that's who you are. Make no mistake about it. When you read about the devil in the Bible, when you wake up and look in the mirror, you're looking about the devil the Bible speaks about. All right? Never forget that every morning, but you know that deep down inside. You know how crooked you are. You know how sick you are. You know how corrupt you are. You know how much of the goddamn devil you are.
That's right.
And you know it. But you got the nerve to come around here and talk about somebody embracing something about it, man. What you need to embrace is buckshot, you goddamn devil. Read.
You're a nice
The
guy.
book of James,
I'm the nicest guy you know, man. Go ahead.
4:7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to the Most High. Resist the devil,
Resist the devil. Read.
and he will flee from you.
We
Right.
want to get rid of the devil, man.
right.
So we know we won't embrace the damn devil. We're going to resist the damn devil. That's all we're going to do. Keep resisting the damn devil. That's why we come out here, to resist the devil and teach our people to do the same. All right? So you can be where you belong, in a damn pit in chains,
right.
man.
And that's right.
That's where you belong. Talking about the Slavs or white slaves. No, you're going to be a Slav shortly.
That's
You're
right.
going to be a Slav. All right? Understand that. Read. Matter of fact, go back to that Psalm 73.
You know, most of these guys don't give a shit about what you're saying. This guy's like, yeah,
Why would they be? Why would they stand here? You know who doesn't give a shit about what you're saying? All the people you
just
deal with
you.
still over.
Just
Right.
you. This guy is.
No, they don't care.
This guy doesn't care.
This is the lonely devil. You be at the water cooler. He's trying to get you caught up in some extra long conversation. You know why? Because he has no friends.
Right.
And he's a damn loser, man.
God.
He's drunk right now. He was just at the bar drinking by his goddamn self.
Right.
This guy don't give a
Who
shit.
wants to kick it with him, man?
Because he ain't got the
All right.
film.
What?
But all you guys are.
Accounts.
You got an encrypted iPhone that you just watch kitty porn with, man. You're a filthy freak.
And this guy.
What?
He never denied the Pizzagate.
No,
He never denied it.
denied
He
it
never.
either.
He was quiet. He never denied the Pizzagate.
I don't either. Trust me, that Pizzagate is fucking bullshit.
Were you there? You was at Common Pizza?
Fuck, I didn't. Pizzagate.
about
No, I
Subway?
don't know. But that's fucking bullshit.
What's BS?
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate?
I don't know
You
what
think
you're talking
Pizzagate's not? You know what I'm talking about? What's Pizzagate?
Fucking DC. And
Oh, you
fucking
know
all
about
those-
Pizzagate?
Fuck yeah.
Is you believe in it? Is it true?
Oh, fuck yeah.
You think that? Was you there?
Oh my god. No, I wasn't, but I believe that shit. Those motherfuckers are fucking evil.
They're evil,
Those
right?
motherfuckers are evil.
So you're not evil because you just watch it. You don't actually do it.
Come on, dude. You think I just like,
Go ahead.
here's a piece of this fucking
you're
like a
showing me
12-year-old
your
girl,
part.
I'm gonna fuck her, you know?
Back
Come
in the
on.
book of Psalms, chapter 73, from 11.
fucking
And they
nuts.
say, how doth God know? And their knowledge in the Most High. Behold, these are the ungodly
Who are the ungodly? Read.
who prosper in the earth.
The people who prosper. Who is the most prosperous race in the earth right now? Would it be the Slavs? Or is it the Slavs?
The Jews.
Hashtag Jackie came off.
We got, dude, trust me.
Spirit.
All of us,
Spirit.
all of us, in my opinion, have more in common than we don't.
Let me ask you. So the Jews are the most prosperous, right?
Okay.
All right. Are you resentful of the fact that the Jews are the most prosperous? You feel like they got a little bit easier than the average white man like yourself?
Maybe.
You resent it a little bit?
I don't resent it.
You just deal with it?
I deal with it.
You kind of wish you was a Jew sometimes? You think it would be a little bit easier?
No. I'm glad I'm where I'm at. I'm glad for myself.
Are you German?
No.
Where are you?
I don't know what the fuck I am.
You have no idea?
German.
What's your last name?
Singleton.
English.
German.
Right.
French.
Okay.
There's all sorts of fucking shit in there.
All white. All right. Well,
So,
Jewish people. I agree with you.
I'm sticking here.
Right? All right.
So you should.
I
you guys
agree with
should
you.
appreciate this shit.
I don't. I can't appreciate it.
Well, you should.
All right. Well,
I didn't just walk off and say, like, this guy's fucking nuts.
It'll be all right if you
This
did.
guy's nuts.
It wouldn't affect us if you did. All right. Here's my point,
Of course,
right?
because it's easier that
Jewish
way.
people.
If I walked off, it would be fucking a lot easier.
No,
wouldn't it?
it's a lot better when you stick around because I can have fun just
We
slicing
can
you
both
up.
That's right!
So it's fun.
Hey, stop yelling.
No, he can yell all he wants, man.
I've got two! Go ahead.
You're really red, man. What are you doing in Southern California? You tell me?
Burning in the sun, dude.
Just burning in that sun. Would you say because people call you white, right? But you're not.
Yeah.
But hold on. But you're not white, right? Are you white? Is your skin white?
Why would you
know what I'm telling you?
You define that.
I don't think your skin is white.
What is it?
It's red. Am I wrong?
Well, then I guess I'm a Native American.
No. Native Americans aren't red. Hold on. Watch out.
You laugh.
Watch out.
This guy laughs.
This is a Native. Hold on. This is a Native American. This is a Native American. He don't look like you. Oh, he's not Native American? Is that what you were gonna say? Look, you see,
I don't know.
you're not.
Right. What the fuck do I know?
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
Right.
What did I know? That's the right answer.
What the fuck do I know?
All right. You know what? Hold that. Genesis 25, please. What color is the devil?
I'm like nobody you ever met.
Okay. I've been doing this. I've been doing this a long time. All right. I've been doing this a
And I
long
want
time.
to know. Like,
Listen,
I'm not here to like.
I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you something right now.
Thank you.
You're red, right?
Please do.
You're
Please
red, right?
do. That's why I didn't fuck off.
All right. You're red, right?
So
Devin?
you should,
Devin, you're red, right?
You should appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Devin, are you red?
Everybody should.
Can we admit that? Can we agree that you're a red man, Devin? Yeah or nay?
What is red man?
Like your skin is red. Like you burn it up in that sun and you get red.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go. So now let's read about the person who birthed the red people. The first red person. Let's go to your history. To hell with England, to hell with France, Germany, all that. Let's go to your real history, Devin. Read.
You know, Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red.
It's a baby. He comes out of his mother's womb and he's red. And this is a unique thing that's happening. That's why it's being described the way it is in detail. Because prior to this in the Bible, no one was ever born red. So it said this kid comes out red. Read. You should be. This guy is a warrior. Go ahead.
Right. All over like an hairy garment.
You're walking on his land. You should be scared.
And that's right.
No. Like a hairy garment. Read.
And they called his name Esau.
So there's a man in the Bible named Esau. He's the first white person, quote unquote white.
Esau.
Esau. E-S-A-U. Esau. He's your forefather.
That's right.
Esau in the Bible, right? He gave birth to all of the Edomites, right? All his people are called the Edomites. Now they call themselves Caucasian, some white, English, French, all these various names. Like you said, it's all kind of stuff. The original name, biblically, is called the Edomites, right?
Edomites.
Let me ask you: you play games on the computer?
As little as possible. No,
As little as possible.
actually.
You're not a big gamer. All right, that's fine. Were you when you were younger?
Maybe.
Maybe, right? You know how you played some of the game. I don't know all the damn game, but you know it'd be like various tribes, and you're in this tribe, and you're at war with this. You see what I'm saying?
Sure, I get that.
All right, so the Bible is like that, right? So the ancient tribes weren't, right? So the ancient tribe that was the origin of white people is called the Edomites.
That's right.
So we got to go there. Boom. So you are an Edomite. Now watch this. No, we're teaching you. We're teaching you.
I'm open.
So let's go to Ezekiel. Drop that. Let's go to Ezekiel 25.
I'm turning this shit off.
That's all good. You can record it if you like. It's all right. Let's go to Ezekiel 25.
This guy's doing enough.
Something about white folks, you just can't dance, man. You just can't dance. You know?
You haven't seen me yet. That was just a little preview.
You can do the sea walk?
That was a little
sea walk?
preview.
Sea walk?
I can't even do nothing, actually. You're right.
All right. 25 and about the
I can think about it.
They got a lot of tutorials on YouTube. You know anything on YouTube, you know?
I know, that's fucking shit. It's crazy.
Okay, start at 12.
Help me.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 25.
So listen, just listen up.
I'm trying to be the white devil.
You can't, I know you're not trying to be, but it's something that you can't help. You see what I'm saying?
When do you say that?
Don't worry, I'm gonna show you. Don't worry, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus saith the Lord God, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and hath greatly offended.
So because of what Edom, who is Edom? White people, I just told you, I just said
Edom. All right.
Edom. Esau.
Well, you said Edom. That was the people.
Esau is the individual. And then he brought forth the Edomites who are called Edom or the Edomites. Right? So it says Edom has dealt treacherously and took vengeance on us. Read.
Well, who is us?
Us is Israel. We're the Israelites.
Right.
Right.
So the white people.
No, those are not the Israelites.
Edomites.
White people are Edomites. Those people who you call Jewish, who you said were the most prosperous in the world, those are not the Israelites.
Well, what was that?
No, I understand it. There's people that are assuming the identity of the Israelites.
Right.
But then you have the actual Israelites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody assuming the Israelites' identity is a part of prophecy that would happen. Right? So go ahead.
And has greatly offended.
You've greatly offended. White people have greatly offended.
That's right.
Hey.
We're not doing hugs up here.
All right, man. Have a good day, guys.
I don't understand why people are being so touchy. We just need to respect people's personal space. Like, whoa.
Am I doing that?
No, you're good now. You're all right now.
I might have been a little bit offensive.
It's all right. You're inebriated. Go ahead.
And hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
And you have greatly offended through the violence that has been done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom.
So God is going to judge white people for what they did to black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people. Read.
And will cut off man and beast from it.
So when he said he's going to cut off man and beast, he means he's going to kill.
Cut it off.
He's going to kill white people, and he's going to kill even the animals because of what you guys did to us. How many white people is in America? You know the numbers?
7, 8 people?
7, 8 white folks?
Dude, I don't know, man.
It's
give me a break.
I want to say it's about 160 million.
You're not even that fucking black, dude.
Hold on. I said black.
This guy's more
hold
black.
Hold
This
on.
guy's more black.
It's not about who's more black.
Everybody here is
If
more
you listen to what
black
I said,
than
I
you.
said blacks, Hispanics, and Native
It's
Americans.
true.
Devin, I said blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
And you're racist for saying
Hold
that
on.
shit.
I said blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Whatever.
Okay, so it's not about how black someone is. All right? Which you wouldn't know anything about because there's black people who are whiter than you.
Because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I'm white and I don't know what it is.
Evidently.
to be black.
Evidently.
Right?
Evidently.
You
That's
don't-
right.
Nobody else knows what it's like to be white, do you?
Why would I want to know what it's like to be the devil?
Do you?
Why would I want to
You
know?
don't.
Why would I want to know what it's like to be the devil?
Of course, it's the devil, right?
Come on, man.
That's the
I
devil.
was just white. Now I don't know what it's like to be white. But see, you see how convenient the devil is? He's very convenient.
You see
So
how
listen,
white this
man.
guy is? He's a white everybody. He's more white than everybody here in this fucking audience.
Am I more white than you?
Fuck no.
Well, all right then.
More audience. The
Long as I ain't more white than you.
More white
Listen,
than
and
this
I
guy.
know people,
More white than this
and
guy,
I know
more white
people,
than this guy, more white
and
than
I know
this
people who are black that are whiter than you, full black. What's the point? Don't you understand that we have
talking
already
about?
established that it's not about skin color? You do know that, right? You do know that, right?
It kind of seems like it
Oh,
is.
it does seem like it is.
Because
Are you white at all?
You started this shit.
Are you white at all?
You started this shit.
Are you white at all? Are you white at all? Are you white at all?
Why are you so...
Are you white at all? You know why? Because he's indigenous to this land, and you're stepping on it that your people stole. Well, shouldn't he be mad about that? Wouldn't you be angry about that? If I was just walking around your house drunk freely without a care in the world, but the house belonged to you?
You can edit all this shit. Let's edit the shit out of this shit.
We're not gonna edit anything. It's live.
Of course you will.
It's live. It's live.
For who?
For who?
Where can I
For
go?
the world.
That's right.
Go.
You talk.
Hold on. It's an encrypted website. You
Hey,
can't get
he
on.
talking about all
Where can I
this computer technology. He
Where
didn't
can I
know
go?
you could be live.
We're gonna go.
Listen.
Let's
It's
see,
an
let's see if
it's an
live.
encrypted website.
You're full of shit.
It's encrypted. You
Full of
you
shit.
gotta be black to know the password.
That's
You
right.
gotta
That's
be black to
right.
know the password.
This motherfucker is lying.
So we can't encrypt websites? Black people can't make encrypted websites?
Devin, what that say, Devin?
What that say? What's that red say?
Lie. You're on candy camera, buddy.
We're live like a Saturday night in New York
I
City.
love it.
All right.
I'm giving you guys many more subscribers.
Oh, really? I hope so. Just keep a safe distance,
this-
please. Keep a safe distance. All right. So read.
Let's start back from the top. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God,
Read.
I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom,
God is going to stretch his hand out on him. Read.
and I will cut off man and beast from it,
Man and beast, read.
and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword.
So America's going to be made desolate. All right? You're great. Don't you love America? You love America?
Do you?
No, yeah, well, I love America.
Where would you rather be?
I'd rather be with my foot on your people's neck.
That's right!
That's where I'd rather be.
Which is where?
All over the world. I could be anywhere in the world. As long as your people are not the ruling class, it'll be a great place.
That's right.
It'll be a better place.
So where's that violence?
Where's that violence coming from? I'm going to tell you where the violence is coming from. Have you ever heard of somebody
bring
Have you ever heard of somebody named Vladimir Putin?
Are you gonna bring it?
No, God is going to bring it. Through Vladimir Putin. Through Kim Jong-un. Have you heard of these people?
Oh,
No.
They make your president shitting his pants at
So go
night.
ahead and explain it.
And it's LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball is going to bring it.
I've never heard of both of those. So go ahead and explain.
Who's your president?
I don't know.
Did you vote?
No.
Why wouldn't you vote?
Go ahead. Carry on.
Why didn't you vote?
Carry on.
You don't believe in the democratic process?
Do you?
Hell no.
that's right.
Who'd you vote for?
You don't believe in the democratic process?
Who'd you vote for?
I don't believe in the democratic process, so I didn't vote. Who did you vote for?
Doesn't matter.
I just want to know.
Nobody.
You better be proud you voted for Trump.
That's
You
right.
better be proud
That's
you
right.
believe
That's
that he
right.
would make America great.
Here's the bottom line.
We're Trump fans here.
Here's the bottom.
That's right.
You don't believe it?
That's right.
I'm a Trump fan. I don't
That's
know about
right.
you. I like Donald Trump. I'm a big Trump fan.
You're not. No. Hey.
Why not? Why ain't I a big Trump fan?
Here's the shocking news. Here's the shocking news.
Bring it to me.
I didn't vote for him.
Who'd you vote for?
Doesn't matter. I
Who
didn't.
else ran? Who even ran?
Hillary.
You voted for Hillary?
Exactly.
You voted?
Exactly. Who else ran? Nobody else.
Did you run? Did you run for Hillary?
I didn't.
Did you
I
vote
didn't
for Hillary?
Anybody.
Who'd you vote
No.
for? Rand Paul?
He was a Bernie guy.
You were a Bernie guy.
Yeah.
You were?
Why now?
No. Who? And then, come on, man. You had a horse. You had a horse. Who was your horse?
I didn't vote for Trump.
Who'd you vote for? You wrote yourself
I'm
in?
not gonna fucking answer that.
Why? What's the big deal?
Because you're not doing it.
Well, listen. I'm a big Trump fan. I'm a huge Trump fan.
That's right.
Everybody up here, we're huge Trump fans. I got the
You guys
bumper
are
sticker.
fucking lying sacks of shit.
Why wouldn't I be a Trump fan?
You guys.
Trump is getting ready to get America destroyed.
That's
I'm a
right.
That's right.
huge Trump fan. Trump is going to get this place blown to smithereens.
Well, we need that, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, God said it. God said you need it.
Let's finish it off.
Pause.
Finish it off.
Go
I
ahead.
like you guys, man. I like you guys. We should hang out. Seriously, like with the cameras off.
No, sir. No, sir. I can't. I don't hang around you.
Why
Your
not?
kind. I don't hang around your kind.
Because I'm white?
For many reasons. That's the first one.
That's right. Come on.
Read.
Right! You guys are racist.
Yes, we are
That's
racist.
right.
Yes!
Why would
Right.
you be
We're
racist?
racist because God is racist.
That's
Right.
Did you know that?
Well, that's good. I gotta get a camera.
Back in Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 14.
How's that gonna work out for
And
you?
I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the head of my people Israel.
So we're going to get our payback.
How's that
Thus
gonna work
saith
out
the
for
Lord
you?
God. How's what going to work?
You guys are racist.
It's working great. It's been
I
working
don't
so
think it
great.
is.
My life is getting so much better when I separate from white people. You see what I'm saying? That just makes my
Pretty
life
much
better.
it's not going to.
Why do you think so? Why? Because y'all run all this? Is that what you're saying? Because you run all of this. That's what you're saying right now, right?
Fuck yeah.
There we go. So why I thought Jewish people running now, but white people running, right?
Right.
See that? You see that game?
Look at this guy. He's like,
Look at this guy.
That's how that works.
Look at this guy.
That's how that works.
Look at this guy. So basically,
Like
you're saying
white people just sit around and push buttons and like shit shows up. You know, nobody else in the white world works at all.
No.
Nobody.
White people don't
White
push
people
buttons
work.
and shit just come up.
Fuck
White
you.
people rape, rob, and murder and steal,
Oh, yeah,
and
Right.
then enslave, and then make fortunes, and then use those stolen fortunes to then make shit
Hey,
come
break
up.
it down, huh? Come on.
That's how that works.
Break it down, huh?
You guys are fucking delusional.
So I'm delusional?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Quick
You
question.
guys are fucking
Hold
delusional.
on, let's see if
And
I'm
you're gonna
delusional.
cut that shit out.
No, it's
You're gonna
it's
put out
live. It's live. So let me ask you something,
Trust
Mr.
me, I'm
Devil.
fucking recording
Let me.
all this
All right, that's
shit.
great. That's great.
So there's a lot of fucking
Make sure to put
cuts coming
it.
here.
Making sure to put it on
Especially for
YouTube.
This dude. Fucking evil ass motherfucking dude.
This man is not evil. He's righteous and he's good.
That's right.
I'm sure he
You're
is.
privileged to be in this man's presence.
That's
So
right.
let me explain something. to you.
Personally.
Let me explain
Actually-
something. to you.
wait,
Let me explain
wait.
something.
Let
You
me-
just said I'm delusional. I'm gonna show you I'm not delusional. Am I delusional for pointing out the fact that Native American people had America, lived here, minded their business, had tribes, had communities, had culture? Then people who weren't invited, who didn't belong, from the whole other side of the world came here, tricked them, murdered them, enslaved them, brought more people from the other side of the world over here, enslaved them, made them work for them for free for centuries, built fortunes off of them, took those fortunes, created investment banks, used the money that they got at investment banks to create Fortune 500 companies
Bring it
that
up.
control the damn country.
Yeah, I get it.
You just told me I was
get it.
delusional for
I
figuring
get it. I get it.
You just called me delusional.
I get it. That was then. This is now.
No. But
So
what
how do we-
happens
how do we-
now?
how do
What
we-
happens now?
How do we fix it?
Here's how we fix it. Here's how we fix it. What you white people have to do.
I get it.
All right, let's fix it. I got the solution.
I get it.
I got the solution. Give me Isaiah 49. I'm gonna show you how
I
we.
get it. I get
You
it.
want to know the first
I
step?
don't disagree with what
Do you want to
just
know the
said.
first step?
I'm not like.
Do you want to know
that?
the? Hold on. All right, Devin. You want to fix it, right? You get it,
I
and
do.
you want to fix it. Let's go to what the Bible says. The first step to repairing it is.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
Read.
Let's do that.
23.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Read.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth,
Bowing down with your face toward the earth. Read.
and lick up the dust of thy feet.
That's the first step to repairing it.
Right.
That's right.
Are you interested in making that first
I'm
step?
not sure what he said. But,
It says to bow down and lick the dust off the feet.
Right.
well, I'm not doing that.
Well, so you don't want to repair anything.
Right.
You don't want to fix anything.
What am I
Devin.
supposed to let? Are you fucking nuts?
I mean, I'm just telling
Are
you
you
what the
fucking
first
nuts?
step would be to repairing the
Are you
situation.
fucking
That's
nuts?
Right.
Fixing
No.
the situation.
Are you
if
fucking
you don't,
nuts?
if you don't want to fix the situation, if you're not sincerely dedicated to
No,
the
you're
cause
not.
Right.
of repairing
To
the
say
situation,
that fucking shit, you fucking aren't serious.
I'm dead serious. That's the first step to repair.
Right.
Fuck the
That's
both
the
of you.
first step. Fuck the both of us.
Yeah,
That's so
like
great.
I'm gonna fucking lick down and fucking lick your feet.
I mean,
That's
that's
right.
what God.
Yeah,
That's what God said. That's
right.
what God said. So I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. God said it. So
Right.
either you're gonna do it
Well, let's
voluntarily,
see- let's see how
or
that
you're
works.
or you're either gonna
Let's
do it
see-
voluntarily
let's see
now,
how that works.
or you're gonna be forced to do it down the road.
That's right.
One
I
of two
I
ways it's
tell you
gonna
that
happen.
that ain't gonna happen.
Why not?
And now, or any point in the room.
Why not? Why are you so opposed to that idea? Because we're people. You know what? Hold on. Listen. You know what? My ancestors were people when they were piled on top of each other in cargo slave ships and laid in each other's defecation and laid in women's menstruation and laid in carcasses. We were people then, but your ancestors sure as hell didn't stack us in cargo slave ships. You do know that, right?
Did you not play?
We were people then. You do know that, right?
This guy's pretty fucking scary.
Oh, yeah, you should be. You should be. Precept? Priest, go ahead.
Yeah, because with him saying that he wasn't gonna bow down now or ever, right?
Fuck yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah 60 and 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
It says if you don't want to serve the chosen people of God, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian Israelites, you're going to perish.
And that's right.
That's period. Ain't no way around it. That's the word of God. Read.
Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Shall be what?
Utterly wasted.
If you don't want to serve the nation of Israel, if you don't want to serve the people of God, you're going to be utterly wasted.
That's right.
It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around that.
Oh, actually, there is. Actually, you know what? Actually,
What, suicide?
I'm gonna go down to the street and I'm gonna fucking go to Islam.
So you think that if you go become a Muslim, you'll be able to resist the will of God?
Yeah.
No, you won't. Let me tell you where the Muslims is
Chop
going.
your fucking heads off.
No one's afraid of Muslims.
That's right.
You know who Muslims hate? You know who Muslims hate? White people that go in their countries and don't mind their business.
Right.
Muslims
This
are worried
guy's
about
laughing.
us.
What are you gonna do?
What is he gonna do? Why would you ask him? What is he gonna do like that? That was
fucking
offensive.
scary and bird dogging like this guy. This guy's fucking scary.
I mean, he's just coming and listening. He comes and listens to us every week, very respectfully. He's a very solid and decent brother. Why were you going to tell him, what are you going to do? Like he was trying to impose some type of physical threat upon you. He's just sitting here watching our dialogue. No, I take it very offensive, man. All right? I'm taking that very offensive that you would talk to another black man like that. That's very upsetting.
Right. That's right.
That's upsetting. We don't go for that up here. All right? You're going to respect everybody in your presence.
Racist people in the world.
Thank you.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. And listen, the ADL already told me that, right? I didn't need you to tell me that.
That's right. Why are you guys so racist?
Why am I so racist? Because God is racist, man.
That's right.
Who got Deuteronomy? Please, Deuteronomy 7:6. Can I prove to you how God is racist? I'll show it to you. All right. I'm gonna show it to you. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We're a holy people, meaning we're a separate people. All right. Read.
And the Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Have chosen us. Read.
To be a special people.
That we're special. Read.
Unto himself.
Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
Just facing them.
All right, just give people their space. You can record all you want. Just give people their damn space, man. That's ridiculous. A special people, read.
A special people unto himself.
Unto God himself, read.
Above.
Equal.
Above.
The same.
Above.
Beneath.
Above.
Above who?
Above all people.
Above all people. God just said we're above all people.
That's right.
Is that a racist statement? To say that one group of people is above another, is that a racist statement?
You just said I wasn't welcome here, and I'm a white guy. So go ahead,
space, man.
Go ahead and carry on with that.
Oh, wait. Did I say you weren't welcome? I said you can stand here. You can listen.
Now you said I wasn't welcome here. You said the white guy wasn't welcome in any of your situation.
No, I said I'm not going to hang out with a white guy. That's what I said.
That's
I said
right.
Welcome here. Anybody can come and listen. This is a public street. Anybody can listen to what we say. Anybody can record. We don't care about any of that. Read. I just want to know if people being above people is racist. Is that racist? Is that fundamentally racist? Read.
A special people unto himself above all people.
Above all people. God said we, black, Hispanic, Native Indian, the 12 tribes of Israel are above.
That's right.
Better than all people upon the face of the earth.
That's right.
That's what God said.
Call Allah.
That's not my fault. God said it. Hallelujah for that. Read.
Above all people.
Let me ask you a question. Devin. Devin, can I ask you a quick question? Is this a free country?
No.
This guy's a genius, man. At least you know that. At least you know that. At least you'll admit that. But here's my question, Devin. Here's my question. Are people free to look at people however they want to?
Yeah. so.
So then why you keep asking him why he's looking? He's free to do it. He can do whatever the hell he wants. This isn't the 60s where if you look at a white man some type of way, you get hung.
Right.
This ain't that time. We're not going for that.
And the same thing is, I can say, why is he looking at me like that? Because he's like at the...
You know what the answer is?
The thing is,
you know
I
what the answer is?
can say the same thing
All
because
right.
it's a free country.
All right, cool. But you know what the answer is? Because he wants to.
I think he's...
Because he wants to. He does. He has so much love and he has so much passion for his people. His people.
I do too.
And for none else.
And I do too.
You already proved you don't have any compassionate love for black people.
Right.
Because you don't want to make the first step to reparations.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't want to make the first
Well,
step to fix it.
get bound and kiss your feet.
Yes,
you
that's
fucking
right.
nuts.
You see that?
Kiss my fucking feet.
I would never kiss your damn devil.
I'm never gonna fucking kiss your fucking anybody's feet.
Well, you gonna perish.
That's how that works.
God said you gonna perish.
And that's right.
You gonna perish, thus save the Lord.
Right.
That's how that
And it's
shit
gonna
works.
be a glorious day.
And that's right.
A glorious day when you can no longer look at child pornography.
Come.
That's gonna be a powerful day, man. I can't wait for that day.
The only reason you fucking
account.
talk about child pornography because that's what you fucking look at.
No, because you're white, and that's what white, balding, middle-aged men do.
No, right.
Let me ask you something, Devin. Serious question. All jokes aside.
Oh shit! Oh, here we go.
Are-
No more jokes. It's all serious now.
Are white middle-aged balding men the number one demographic of people who watch child pornography and are on the sex offenders list?
No.
Who is?
I don't know.
If you don't know, how
I
can
think
you
that-
say no?
I think that's your fucking thing. That's what your thing is.
This is
It's like all white people fucking are snipers or
Yeah,
killers.
that was going. That's the
And
spirit.
it's like,
You're murderers.
Wait a second.
You're pedophiles.
The
You're
DC,
zoophiliacs.
The DC sniper doesn't fucking count, right?
Let me know the DC sniper did a marvelous thing.
That's
you know
right.
what the DC sniper did? He gunned white folks.
Marvelous.
Right. Get a DC sniper.
Right.
And also the Carlsbad sniper. Do you know about the Carlsbad sniper?
What are you waiting for then?
What are you
Come on,
talking about?
Quit being a pussy, man. Fucking get in your fucking trunk and fucking pop a hole in
Look
it and
at the
fucking
devil,
start
man.
shooting people.
I don't snipe
What are you
people.
fucking waiting for?
I don't snipe people. All right, I'm not trained in sniping. All right,
Well,
that's
you said
not what
it was,
I do.
You said it was a great thing and people are
Yes,
fucking-
I applaud that
fucking
brother,
awesome.
man. You know who else I applaud? Let me ask you a question. Watch this. Are you ready for this? Who's ready for this? Who's ready for this question?
Nobody's ready.
Are you ready? Let me ask you a question. What's your opinion of Adolf Hitler? What's your opinion of Adolf Hitler? What's your opinion of Adolf Hitler?
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler. Adolf Schicklgruber. That's his real
I
name.
don't like him.
You don't know? Why don't you like him?
What the fuck do you think? I was like, that is fucking great. I think the whole shit is fucking bullshit. I think the fucking
You think the Holocaust was bullshit?
fuck yeah, dude.
Well, give Devin a hand. He at least
Fuck
knows
yeah.
something. The Holocaust was bullshit.
It was all like, because all it is.
It
like,
was to get those Jews all that money. Ain't it?
all it is now, right? Even to this day, any of the Holocaust or World War II is like the Jews. Like nobody else ever.
Nobody else mattered, huh? Nobody else's lives mattered. All
Nobody
the
else
dead
got
people.
killed.
Yeah, which plenty of people got killed, right?
Absolutely.
But they only talk about
I'm
the
with
Jews.
you. I'm with you. That's
You
all
know
they
what?
ever fucking talk
We
about.
agree right there.
So you think I'm like stupid or something?
No, I don't think they're stupid. I just know that see the way y'all are, right?
Well, y'all all are.
Y'all are, right? Y'all conveniently would brush certain things aside and care about other
You
things.
just did that because that's why you asked me that question. You thought I was like, he was awesome.
No, I knew.
He just
I
didn't
knew.
kill the right people.
I knew you were gonna.
He stopped too soon.
I knew you were gonna say something bad about Hitler. I was gonna say something good about Hitler for killing the Jews. But in truth, you're right. The Holocaust is fake. The Holocaust is a hoax.
It is.
Number one, there's not death records for 6
No,
million people.
like fucking like the gas chambers and all that bullshit.
It's all fake. It's all fake. You're right.
And yeah, did they have a problem with that? Of course they did.
All right, yeah, but
A lot of people did.
Yeah,
A
but
lot of fucking
a
people
lot
did.
of people. Nobody
But
who was living
but
good during
now,
World War II.
In this day and age, what do you hear? All the time. All the
When,
all
right?
the fucking time.
Poor Jews,
all the fucking time. Holocaust. Nothing but Jews. Nothing but Jews. There's nobody else, right? Even to this day.
But you know, black people lived in Germany during that time. What happened to all those black folks?
Oh, they had to kill them. I'm sorry.
Well, now listen. Well, you see that they had to kill him.
I'm not laughing, but
You know, Hitler,
I don't know.
Hitler wasn't really
To
killing.
be honest with you, I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know.
You know what the huge issue was Hitler had with Jewish people, which was all a setup anyway. But he said that Jewish people worship the black religion, and that was his problem. It's in his book. There's a Time Life. You know about the Time Life books that come out?
Yeah.
If you get the Time Life on Hitler, there's a section right towards the middle of the book where he goes over how the original Jews are black. So for these group of white people to be following this black's religion, of course, was contrary to his white supremacist ideology.
He had to fix that.
He had to fix that, right? He had to fix that, right? Can't be following the niggas, right?
Fix it, he did.
Oh, you hear this? Fix it, he did. This guy. You had a point.
Not that that's right, but I'm just saying that's how that.
That's how the cookie crumbled, right?
That's how the cookie.
That's how that cookie crumbled, right? So read.
But I just think that's bullshit. Like the whole.
Like in verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
So vengeance is going to be laid upon the white race. That's ultimately what's going to happen, and it's just because it has to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got put on ships and lynched and hung, and we still getting oppressed and murdered and unjustly incarcerated.
Why can't we be brothers? I mean, like,
we're brothers. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, let's go to let me see. Let me get you. I'm gonna explain.
Because it ain't gonna go good for anybody.
Well, it's gonna go good for somebody. Somebody's gonna go good for them. Oh, this is 26 and up. This is 25. Get 137 songs. I believe that's what I'm looking for. No, Obadiah. Get Obadiah. That's what I mean, Obadiah. You can jump in Ezekiel. Get Obadiah. Because you're going to record. Recording so much powerful footage, it's going to train that battle.
It's gonna change the world.
We changing the world. We're changing the world right now.
Actually, that's right. It is. That's why I'm here. I want to learn. That's why I'm here. So don't, like.
We understand. That's what we're doing. We're teaching you. We have no problem teaching you.
Fuck off or.
Listen, we won't do anything. As long as you keep a safe distance and you just, we're good. We're good.
And I can agree. We can also agree.
Yes, that's true. Go to 10. You said, why can't we be brothers, right? Read.
Book of Obadiah, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
That's why we can't be brothers, because your people have been entirely too violent. That's why we can't. Read.
Shame shall cover thee.
Shame is going to cover your people. Your proud people. Jacob is us, the Israelites.
Right.
That's right.
The Israelites, according to the Bible. In history and archaeology and prophecy.
Get the fuck over it.
I got to get over it. Yeah. So who are you to tell me I got to get over it? Was 9/11 was 9/11 a heinous thing?
It was this bullshit thing.
Okay. Are you a 9/11 truther? Like you believe that 9/11 was an inside job?
Kinda, yeah.
All right. See, you got a little bit of intelligence. The average white person.
I go both ways, you know. But it's
Pause.
We knew already.
Pause.
It seems like bullshit. Maybe, you know, like,
okay, so
who the fuck? How could you do that? But then
how do you feel about all the 9/11 memorials that are had? Has anything bad ever happened to your family?
Fuck yeah, dude.
What? Name me an atrocity that occurred to your family.
Like Holocaust.
No, like with someone. Did somebody get raped? Did somebody like get murdered in your family? Did somebody get raped in your family?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Who?
Yeah,
Your uncle was murdered, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I told you just get over it? Who's a fuck your uncle, man? fuck your uncle, man. You know what I mean? How would you feel about that?
All right, I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, settle down.
I wouldn't tell you.
Take it easy,
Listen, hold on, listen.
Take it easy.
Listen, I wouldn't tell you to do that. You shouldn't just get over that, right? The same way we shouldn't just get over it either. You see what I'm saying? See, he understands. Finish that.
Starting back at verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Shame shall cover you. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
That's what's got to happen to white people for what they did to you.
That's right.
That's what has to happen. Now, I know what you're going to say, right?
Yeah, he didn't say it loud enough.
Oh, okay. If he wanted to say it louder, he could. But here's my thing, right? You know what you might be thinking? Well, I mean, hold on, Devin. No, he's all right. He's just reading the Bible. He ain't going to do nothing else. I know it's dangerous to see a black man with a Bible.
That's right.
It's a fully loaded gun. You see what I'm saying? But he's not going to harm you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Read.
Don't let the blacks read books.
That's a spiky thing. Niggas reading books. Go ahead.
About being brothers. Book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 1. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom.
You see that? They delivered us in slavery to Edom. Who? The white man, read.
And remembered not the brotherly covenant.
That's right. Now that's somebody else who we had a brotherly covenant with, who broke it. And who did they break it for? They broke it for you. You know who we had a brotherly covenant with? Are you familiar with the history of the slave trade? A little bit. Would you say that Africans sold other black people to white people?
Yeah.
Right. So this prophecy in the Bible just went over that. It's explained how these Africans sold us to the white man. And we had a brotherly covenant with them. Now no longer are they our brothers.
Right.
They're not our brothers.
Right.
The same way, you are not our brothers.
Right.
You've ruined it through the violence that you've done.
That's why I say Slavic.
Well,
that's why I say the endemic of the word.
Are you Slavic?
That's why I say where that word came from.
You're gonna be Slavic soon.
That's
right.
That's right.
You're gonna be a Yugoslavian. What does Yugo mean? The yoke of the slave. That's what I mean. Yugoslavic, the yoke of the slave. You're gonna be there. Son.
I'm just telling you.
That's right. You're gonna be there. But
where that word came from.
I know. Listen. I'm a study. We're a student etymology here.
That's right.
Very astute. All right. What is the word? What does the word Zillow mean? Or is it a made-up word? What is Zillow? Is that the game developer?
I should have put on a different shirt.
No.
I'm not
there's nothing wrong with wearing a Zillow. The
it's a fucking real estate site.
Oh, that Zillow. Okay, all right.
That fucking Zillow. Real estate.
All right. You deal in real estate?
No, I don't. I don't work there anymore.
Oh, you used to work there.
I used to work.
Now Zillow, right? Where do you
Zillow?
Where do you work now? Or what's your line of work? IT. You good in IT? Software.
Server. Kind of shit.
How long you been
in IT?
you?
Why you questioning?
Well, I'm just asking. I just want to acquire your skills for when you're Slavic. For when we make you Slavic, I need to know what your skills are so when I can put you to work in. That's all I'm saying.
That ain't gonna happen.
Isaiah 14:1.
That ain't gonna happen.
No.
Get him to stop all those servers with the people.
Yeah. You see that? IT.
Yeah, I'll fuck that shit up big time. Trust me. Yeah, you can fucking slave the fuck out of me.
I get that Romans 3 with us.
You're gonna fucking regret it.
You know,
all your bitcoins are fucking gone, dude.
Bitcoin just hit 8,000.
That's like 10.
He said 10,000.
So go ahead and pay me.
All right.
Pay me Bitcoin. You'll see what happens.
You got a lot of Bitcoin? Is that what they use on like the, you know what you do, right? What you be doing, like y'all use Bitcoin?
Just read.
Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose.
Oh, Salaki, 14:1. Go ahead.
And will yet choose Israel.
You're gonna get mercy. Read.
And set them in their own land.
And set us where?
In their own land.
Going back home. Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
You're a stranger. You're gonna be there. Don't worry about it. You'll be there.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
We shall possess you. Read.
In the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
You're gonna be there.
Right.
We're gonna need you to run IT, right? Go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
You know what? I don't like you in IT.
There's a lot of other verses.
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't like you in IT.
There are a lot of other verses.
I don't like you in IT.
There are a lot of other verses.
I don't like you in IT.
Well, I don't like what you're saying.
I like you. I like you in a cane field. That's how I like
That's
you.
right.
Right in that cane field.
That's right. There's a fucking Muslim down there. I'm gonna fucking go and hang out with that
Well,
dude.
make him beat his own people. Give him taskmaster over his own people.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you beat other white folks. You like that, would you?
I'll give you a break, dude.
Oh, you wouldn't? That's all right.
Give me a break,
I'm
man.
putting you on that cane field. You're going to have to be producing a lot of sugar.
The person that wants to do that is the one that suggested that, which is you.
What?
beating other people.
Oh yeah, I'd enjoy that.
Well, do it. Bring it, mofo. Bring it.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, what, you now you're a pussy?
You understand that the impact that I would have on your jaw and what it would do to you?
I don't give a fuck.
All
Bring
right,
it.
I'm not gonna.
Bring it.
All right, all you gotta do is call the police.
Bring it.
All right, we're not going there. All right.
Bring it.
You want to go to sleep or something?
Bring it, motherfucker.
You'd like to go to sleep?
Bring it, motherfucker.
Just go home and go to sleep.
ahead.
You ain't gotta get knocked
Bring
out.
it, motherfucker.
White people are just gluttons for
Bring it.
punishment. That's why you're
Right.
whipping their ass and they're just gonna like messing up so they can get beat. You see what I'm saying? That's how
Bring
sick and degenerate and twisted the mind of the devil is.
And they whip each other now.
Yeah, they do. They into 50 Shades of damn great.
Well, you talking shit, and all of a sudden you just back off.
I'm talking more shit than the radio.
and all I did is came out here and like give you like my heart, my soul, and wanted to understand.
All right, we're gonna have your heart and we're gonna have your soul.
That's right!
What?
You're gonna be a Slav soon. That's all.
That's not gonna happen. But
No, I mean, the guy said it was. Give me that. You're not gonna be a Slav? You're not gonna be a Yugoslavian soon? Meaning a yoked up slave? You want to be the top slave. That's why we see you want to be a taskmaster.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right, go ahead.
That's not gonna happen.
Book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
So what Devin doesn't believe he gonna be a slave? Read.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
So what you don't believe it's gonna happen?
Well, I gave you entertainment today. That's all I got.
Yeah, you entertain our viewers. They're very appreciative to you coming here and being obnoxious.
Hopefully I wasn't like obnoxious.
You weren't obnoxious. You had a couple of moments. But
absolutely,
overall, you haven't been obnoxious.
I've always had that.
You know, you gotta put something. Okay.
Book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
You know what's vain? It's vain to think that you're not going to be a slave. It's inevitable. It's your karmatic debt.
That's right. We all are. We all are.
We all are what?
Going to be a slave.
No, we were already. We going to stop being slaves.
That's right.
I'm a slave now.
Right. That was my point.
Oh, we're all slaves now.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, you know what? You are a slave now, but you better blame your own people for that. That's an in-house problem. They made you a slave.
That's right.
That's why you.
I don't know about that, but okay. Perhaps.
They did. Because they created the social security number. They created the birth. All of that. All of that was created to put people in slavery. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So you're a slave too.
I agree with that.
That's a personal problem. Go ahead.
See, we got a
I got a precept because he said we're all slaves, right?
Than you think.
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 22.
Bring it out.
From the King of Spain Bible.
Ooh.
Right? Written in 1568.
You couldn't wait.
All right? The Royal Bible. Let's see what it says. It says, and at that time I will visit and at that time I will visit thine iniquity, O wicked Rome.
See that? He's gonna visit your iniquity. Don't you come out of the Roman Empire? You're English, right? Were the Romans white?
I'm not a fucking Italian. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. But the Roman Empire wasn't just in Italy. The Roman Empire was in England. Why do you not know fucking Italian? Why? Because they're niggas? You see that? You see how adverse he was to being Italian? Because they're the Sicilians.
Where Italians at?
No, but
just in England, right?
No,
just in England.
The Roman Empire.
Just me.
No. It was in England, and it expands all of Europe. All of Europe was a part of that Roman Empire.
And Africa, right?
North Africa was subjugated by the Roman Empire. That's very true. North Africa was.
But apparently it was just
listen, this is good. Start from the top for the brother.
Dude.
All right.
This bullshit.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 22. And at that time I will visit thine iniquity, O wicked Rome.
Ooh, O wicked Rome. Go ahead.
Which are built in Italy and full of multitudes of the children of Edom.
Y'all are the children of Edom, and it's going to be a judgment that's going to come upon you.
That's right.
Hey, look, the brother wants that reference.
Yeah, man. There you
He was going to talk about that the other week. Y'all going to get, y'all going to get it in y'all ass, right?
What? Yeah, fuck off, dude.
Not in a way that you use, right? But you did say Edom. So where we at?
You guys are done, man. You guys are done.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
So y'all took us into slavery. We got to take it. It's just how it works.
That's right.
We're all slaves, right? We're all slaves, right, Devin?
Book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 25.
Wait.
Hold on, what?
You do realize that 5% of white people in the United States were slave owners, right? So 95% were not. And
Can you prove
also,
that?
You also do.
Can you prove that?
Can you not prove it?
You just asserted that there was a historical fact that existed that
prove
you
it.
have yet to bring any proof for.
Well, you
So
can't-
I
you-
can't
you-
I
you
can't
can't
accept it
unprove it.
until there's concrete proof.
You can also
I don't have
go
to
ahead
unprove
and
it.
unprove
I don't have to
that
unprove
black
it.
people
I don't have to
also
unprove it.
own black people.
Nobody denied that. But that's my problem with my people. Your people are
So
a
all
whole
of a
different
sudden
issue.
it's just white people. That's it.
No, you're white, so we're addressing your issue.
I don't have any issues.
No,
You apparently do.
I do have issues with you.
Everybody does here.
Yeah, we have issues with you.
Why?
With all white folk.
Why?
Well, I mean, let's start at 1492, and let's go all the way up for the last 500 plus years.
Yeah, but I didn't enslave anybody.
You know what?
I didn't.
I've been waiting for you to say that.
I know.
Isaiah 14 and 21.
Bring it out!
And you weren't a slave. Of course, you were waiting for that too, right?
I'm a slave.
Neither were anybody else.
You already said I'm a slave.
Right.
Why did I say that? I didn't say that. I said I was a slave. We were both similar.
Hold on, but hold on. But
we're
you said
both similar slaves.
But you said I'm a slave, though, right?
We're both similar.
Am I a slave?
Like me.
I'm a slave like you.
Same thing.
So do we have the same benefits in society that you have?
Fuck yeah, we do.
White people have no idea what's going on.
And if you don't know that shit,
Book of Isaiah, chapter
then
14,
you don't
verse
know-
21.
You don't know what the
Prepare
fuck's going on.
slaughter for his children.
For his who?
For his children.
For what?
For the iniquity of their fathers.
So I know you. Oh, they didn't do it. It was only 5%. Slaughter is still prepared for you. That's here.
That is right.
Right.
For the children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Singleton. You know the most famous black director, arguably,
Bring it out.
next to Spike Lee, is John Singleton. You know what that means? That your family owned his family. That's how he got the name.
That's right.
No? That's not real? Well, then how does that black man
Well, then
have
I
an
should have-
Anglo
I should
last
have-
name?
I should have a lot of more money.
Well, that sucks for you that your family has swallowed your
Maybe,
fortune.
maybe somebody got free and took the name of somebody, their friend that was up the street, that freedom.
The white
Did you ever
friend
think
that
about
freedom.
that? Did you ever think about that?
Your family were the great underground railroaders,
You
right?
can't think of that.
Your family
right?
were the great
'Cause
abolitionists.
You were there.
Let me tell you,
You were
something.
there, weren't
if
you?
your family
You were
was
there.
abolitionists,
You were
you would have
there.
known that, and that would have been your first point of contention. Well, my family were abolitionists. And we were a good Christian family from the north, and we went down there and we freed the slaves. There wasn't no damn white saviors,
Think
man.
about that. Of course there were.
See that? There's white saviors.
There were called Republicans.
The white, wait. So the Republicans were the white saviors.
Democrats fucking owned slaves, not a white, not Republicans.
First off, Republicans own slaves too.
Yeah.
Did Abraham Lincoln own slaves?
Maybe. I don't know.
Come on, man. The Democrat is the devil, the Republican is the devil. All of y'all are the damn devil.
That's right.
The Green Party, the Independent, the Tea Party. All the devil.
And so did black people. Black people own slaves. So fuck you, man.
Hold on, that's our problem with them. I'll take it up with them.
Oh, all of a sudden it was them, but then you want to just go off on everybody
Are
else.
you a black person that owns slaves? So then why in the hell would I talk to you about that?
Because I got the truth.
You got the truth. You just told me only 5% of white people own slaves in America.
That is correct.
And you can't prove it.
You can't unprove it.
I don't need to unprove it. You can't prove it. I don't have to entertain something that's asinine.
Google it.
Google it?
You got a phone.
Let me ask you something. You're in IT, right? Is Google the most reliable source to use? It's great. Just Google. The white man is the guy.
That's right.
What else are you gonna?
You use it for your IT solutions?
What else?
Do you Google IT problems for IT solutions?
What else are you gonna use?
Is Google the best search engine in the IT field, Sergeant Shamar?
He uses probably Wikipedia for everything. For all his searches.
Use Wikipedia for everything, right? No? No. What do you use? Google? You said what?
Why would I entertain your stupid question?
Look, you just asked me to unprove something. It's called disprove.
There you go.
You're English, aren't you? You can't speak the King's English?
So 95%.
Source.
95.
Source.
Prove my wrong.
No, what's your source?
Prove me wrong.
We deal with source.
Do it. Prove me
I deal
wrong.
with primary evidence.
Prove me wrong.
Where's your primary?
Prove me wrong.
Source. Primary. Source. Primary. Source.
You can't do it. All you can do is like primary source. Your English is fucked.
Let me ask you a
That's
question.
all you
right?
can do.
Do you know what? Do you know what a primary is?
Fuck off.
You know what a source is? I'm a high school dropout and I know more than you about your own bullshit.
Bring it on.
Kidding me? You kidding me? Read.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Give me Daniel 4:17. And give me that. What is that? Job 30. Children of fools. Job 30. Please finish that. Lord.
For the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
White people got to be exterminated for it.
That's right.
It's just inevitable. It's just what has to be done. Look at all the evil y'all have done.
Good luck.
Oh no.
Good luck.
All right. Don't worry. You guys are going to help yourselves exterminate yourselves.
God!
With intercontinental ballistic missiles.
That's
Vladimir
right.
Putin. Okay? From Mother Russia.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you for entertaining.
All right, Devin. You're going to be a slave.
Seriously, man.
You're going to be a slave soon.
Seriously.
All right? You're going to be a Slav soon.
Seriously.
All right. All right. All right.
Like seriously, you guys are brothers.
You want to work for him? You want to work for him? He's got a millennia of employment for
Which
you.
is fine.
All right, as long as it's fine.
Fine. If you guys are fucking dickheads, then fucking be dickheads.
All right. I'll be that. What's what my wife
Enjoy
told
your dickheadedness.
All right.
Because your fucking anger is gonna eat the fucking shit out of you.
I'm smiling.
And it ain't
I've
even
been
done.
smiling this whole time.
It ain't even done.
I'm smiling this whole time.
So me too. I got
Read.
a little video. Your anger
Look at
is
Job,
your
chapter 30,
anger
verse
is just
8.
fucking
They were
started.
children
Your
of
anger is just
fools.
started.
Yea, children of base men.
Children of fools, children of the lowest level men on the planet Earth.
Right.
Children of fools, children of base men. Read on.
They were viler than the earth.
They're more filthy and they're more disgusting than the earth itself. Right? Drop that. Give me Daniel 4:17. What you got?
I got Matthew 12:26.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 26.
Read.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
The white man is divided against himself. He don't believe 9/11's real. He don't believe the Holocaust is real. And that's great. I'm glad. Because the white man can't stand, because as we can see, the white man is greatly divided against himself in this time. That's overwhelmingly clear. So because that's overwhelmingly clear, we understand that their kingdom is getting ready to fall.
Right.
Before now, they all agreed and they all were in unison. Now they all are fighting each other. So their kingdom cannot stand, thus saith the Lord. Matter of fact, that was it on that?
There was a little bit more.
Finish that.
How shall then his kingdom stand?
Give me Daniel 7. Give me Daniel the 7th chapter about the toe.
That's Daniel 2.
Salaki, Daniel 2.
Anyway, I appreciate it.
That's the beast. Give me Daniel 4:17. What I know.
Come, book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the Holy One.
Read.
To the intent that the living may know
That everybody alive may know what?
that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men,
Read.
and give it to whomsoever he will,
He give the kingdom to whoever he wants. Read.
and set up over it basis of men.
The bases of men have been set over the world.
Right.
That's why white people are ruling the world.
Right.
Because the basest of men, or the lowest of men, have been set up over it.
Right.
The lowest of men. The biggest scoundrels, the biggest detestable, disgusting, filthy, vile creatures of the earth are the so-called Caucasians.
Right.
All right?
Edomite.
So that's why it says has been set up over the world. You said what?
Came to hear about it. How y'all doing, man?
We all right. I'm doing great, but you know I'll be really great?
What's that?
When you guys are in chains. That's what
What do you mean? Chains? Like
chains.
I'm bonded in chains, bro. Look at me. I'm bonded in chains already before
Get
you
him,
because
Isaiah.
I'm willing to serve.
Isaiah
all my-
49:23.
Are you
My
one
name's
to serve?
Kicker. What's your name?
Hold on, I don't shake hands. There's
I shake hands all day.
There's a hepatitis A outbreak going on in San Diego. You familiar with that?
No, my name is Kicker. I share the only thing that is transferable to all nations.
What's that? What's that?
Love. You can't deny that is the unifying glue that makes all peoples and mankind the God that everybody worships.
Everybody worships God?
No, no. If you say there is a God, most gods say God is love. If you represent that, then you represent God. And you know how to speak the language of how to get into his kingdom.
Well, I sure do. That's true.
So if I love you and you can't make me stop, doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter what you do, my life was a gift and I'm willing to give it to you, then that means we're brothers.
Oh, really?
Because no greater thing than one person
Where you
has
from?
to give.
Where you
in their
from,
life.
Kicker? Where you from, Kicker?
I'm from everywhere.
Everywhere?
You can't stop me from being, I'm the sojourner that is the Christ.
You're Jesus Christ?
No, you are the Christ too. Are you speaking his?
Am I-
Are you speaking the
I'm
word?
I'm a Christ.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I am the Christ, just like you are the Christ. You are a Christ. So I
So
am
let me ask you a
living the
question.
epitome of what my father
Let me
said
ask you a
was
question, right?
love.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Black people, we've been loving white people for a long time. And all you guys have been doing since we've loved you
Don't say you guys.
is
that ain't me.
kill us.
Don't say you guys that ain't me.
I got to.
See, I was born a different man. I have never owned a slave.
What
I
do you
have
mean?
been one.
What's your last name?
My name is Shaver. It means the shepherd.
Shaver the shepherd.
Yeah.
Are there black people who have your last name?
See, you talk about black and white and color. That's the thing.
I'm not talking about color. I'm not talking
You
about
talking about
color
genealogy,
at all.
bloodline?
I'm talking about the lineage.
Yeah,
That's what
see,
I'm talking
lineage.
about.
Your bloodline leads you into a blood.
I'm not talking about bloodline.
that
I'm
is-
talking about lineage. Bloodline and lineage are different.
Well, they're the same. No, they're the same line.
You can have a matro bloodline, but you only have a patro lineage.
Right.
So I'm talking about lineage.
Okay.
Not bloodline.
So in your bloodline,
In my lineage.
are you of the human blood?
Are you?
Yes.
How?
HU.
What's HU mean?
HU
What's
is
HU mean?
what's the language of human?
That's the language of human.
Yeah, it's
What
the
does
language of
HU
human.
mean? What's HU mean?
HU is a sound that the human makes that emulates what you or the
Can you cite the
of
source?
humanity.
What etymology dictionary are you using that gave you that?
I am using creation.
You just made that.
Therapy.
You
No,
just
no,
made
no,
that.
no. Tell me it's
Oh,
not
no,
true.
no,
What
I'm-
sound do you
I'm-
make?
no,
What is the most
no, I'm
natural
going to
sound
tell you
of
it's not
humanity?
true. Because hue in human means color. The word hue.
Okay, so that's
color,
visible light.
man.
You're
Hold
talking
on.
about invisible
Color,
light. Okay.
man.
Do you love
Who?
me?
Wait
Yes
a
or
minute.
no?
Who
Do you
is
love me
this?
or do you hate
Of course
me?
I don't love you. I hate you.
Right. Why do I love you?
Well, you'd have to be able to prove that you love.
Okay,
No, are you kidding me?
that's my proof.
No,
That's my proof that
hugging,
you hate me.
Hold on, hugging someone
But I love
proves
you.
that you love them?
No, it proves a connection.
Hugging
Unity
someone
equals completion.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
When you are complete, you don't want anything.
You're mad. You're mad.
Yeah,
That's not what
I'm not mad. I'm
No, you're crazy.
I'm
Go ahead.
crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. Because my God tells me to love you, you can't make me stop.
Go ahead.
You could take my life, and I gave it to you.
This is the book of Isaiah,
Open my gift.
chapter
Yeah.
49, verse 23. And kings.
Get to 14.
What is a king?
Get 14.
A ruler of a nation.
Hold on.
You
Listen,
are the
man.
ruler
All right,
of your nation.
Let me ask you something, right? Jesus Christ said what? Even as I came not to be ministered unto. We're not coming to be ministered unto. Right?
I can hear.
Okay,
If
so
ministry-
hold
what's
your
the middle?
horses, man.
I'm gonna love you guys. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna
I just
hate
came
you.
here to bless you.
Oh, you didn't
And
bless.
to be a-
How
to
did
be
you
a
bless
blessing.
us? What blessing did you give
Well,
to me?
because I love you and you couldn't make me stop.
So that's a blessing?
Yeah.
You have yet to prove that you
You
love
couldn't
me.
stop me from loving you.
You've never loved me.
That's right.
All right? You've
My
never
arms
loved
are
me.
wide open.
A hug is not
You are
love.
welcome to my family. If
You know
are
what?
hungry, I will
If
feed
I
you. If
brought
you are
my
naked,
girlfriend home
I will
and
clothe
I
you.
said, hey,
You want
hey,
money?
baby, and she looked at me and I just decked
You
her.
want smoke?
Boom!
You want love? I've got it for
You
you.
gonna
Anytime.
smoke for me?
Yeah, I'll smoke you out.
You see that? Love. That's love for the white man.
That's right.
To keep black people high on drugs.
That's right. No, no.
Read.
This
This is
ain't
the book of
drugs.
Sirach, chapter 14,
This
verse
ain't
5.
drugs.
He that is
If
evil.
you got it out of the dispensary, it's drugs.
No, I didn't.
He that is
got it out of
evil
the
to
That's
earth.
why it's in a damn medicine
Out of the
bottle.
earth.
You got it out of a dispensary. That's not out of the earth. That's been chemically engineered and manipulated
I
and
will
grown in a
eat-
damn warehouse under bright lights. Under simulated sunlight. There's
right.
nothing earthly about that.
That's right.
You
That's right.
damn devil.
I
Read.
hope you know that I love
Piss
you with
bucket.
every piece of my
He that is
heart.
evil to himself, to whom will he
man
be
is evil.
good?
You can't be good. You can't love any damn
There is
body
no such
because
thing
you're evil
as
to
good.
yourself, man.
On this
All
earth,
right?
The only good is what
You're
you
the
make.
damn devil.
I
Get
love
up
you.
the street. I hate your goddamn guts.
I love
You're
you
going
with
into
every
slavery.
piece of
my-
All your people are going to be
And that's
destroyed.
right.
Thus saith the Lord God of the
That's right.
Isaiah
You are
14
right.
and 21. Matter of fact, Ray,
You
get-
are
tell me,
my
drop
people
that.
and you
Give me
couldn't
Revelations
make me
13
hate
and
you.
10.
Bring it out.
Couldn't make me hate
You hate me
because
every
I
day.
love you.
That's
You've
right.
never loved me a day in your damn
That's
life.
right.
You're a liar. You're the goddamn devil.
That's
Shut your
right.
damn mouth. Hey, I can just hug people and give them weed, and I love everybody. The white man is so predictable and so stupid, man. All right? Let God damn you, and I hope you get cancer, you
That's
devil.
right.
Right. Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
You're going into goddamn captivity, you goddamn devil.
That's right.
Hope you're ready. Hope you're prepared. We got a lot of jobs for you, man. We got a whole lot of jobs for all of these devils, thus saith the Lord God.
That's right.
All right? A whole lot of jobs. All right? Go ahead and finish that.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's what the saints of God, the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, the Israelites, according to the Bible, that's what we're patiently waiting for.
That's right.
We're patiently waiting for our ability to take rulership again. We're patiently waiting for God to
Yeah,
send
that's
His
right.
Son, who the world calls Christ Yahweh Shai back,
That is right.
to set us in our rightful place as the rulers of this earth. The earth was made for our sake, to saith the Lord God.
That's right.
So that's what we patiently and faithfully waiting for. We're not patiently and faithfully waiting on hugging people. We've been hugging crackers for the last 500 years, and they keep killing us, and they keep hanging us,
Bring it
and
up.
they keep raping us and robbing us. So why am I keep hugging you? That don't make any sense. You got a
Right.
question? You got a question, my man?
Just reading the signs.
What's your nationality?
Hispanic, I guess.
You're Hispanic? Your father's Hispanic?
Yeah.
Where's your father from? What country?
The United States.
Where is his origin?
Spain.
Spain? That's not Hispanic.
It can be.
It can, it can be. That's why that's a funny thing about Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
Because Spain are the people who conquered the indigenous people and named them Hispanic. Spain isn't. The Spaniards aren't the indigenous people of America. Right or wrong?
Yeah, but I didn't say I was indigenous.
So what you're saying is you're a white person.
No, actually, my dad's family descends from Mexico and they moved back to Spain.
Okay,
This
so
is like 500 years ago.
Okay, so that would make you what? A Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just to
But
remove.
Mexican's not an ethnicity.
It's a nationality.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you what your nationality was.
Yeah, but I don't think when people are asked nationality, they typically are just like, what country am I from?
Okay, I see what you mean.
I mean, like,
There-
I understand the denotation is the country that you're from, but the
not
connotation
usually,
is more so.
Usually, if somebody, let's for example, what's your nationality? Black. There's not a nation called black. What's your
Yeah.
nationality? White. There's not a nation
It's
called
because
white.
the lines are so blurred between.
Well, the lines are not blurred. The lines are not blurred. What's happening is a game has been played, right? And the game is called newspeak, right? Are you familiar with the term newspeak?
Somewhat.
So basically, what happens is the etymology and the true and initial meaning of words gets changed over time, right? And people start calling it, for example, gay. Right now, people think gay. When you say gay, people think homosexual, right? But originally, gay means what? Happy. Happy, right? So as we see, people change the meaning of words, right? Are you familiar with history?
The word or what it is?
No, what history is. Or have you studied history?
Yeah,
All right. Alexander the Great, you familiar with that historical figure? So Alexander came on the scene. He conquered a lot of the known world at that time. And then he died, right? So when Alexander died, he had 4 generals under him. And they took over the reins, and their families took over the reins of running the Greek empire that Alexander had left, right? So when Alexander left that empire, a new concept came into the earth, right? the nation or the nationality of people was determined by who they descended from prior to the Greek Empire. But the Greeks introduced a new thing, and that was where you lived was your nationality. You see what I'm saying? So now people are like, oh, I'm American. I'm this, I'm that. That all came about in about 300 BCE with the Greek Empire. They introduced that new thing. Before that, it didn't matter where you lived. If you were from whatever people, you would say, I'm from this people. You know what I'm saying? That's what people I am. And you would always be identified as that.
Yeah.
But as soon as Alexander and his people came, they created a new ideology that you would now call your nation after either where you live or what customs you follow. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of people attach being Muslim with being Arab, right? So now when people will call, hey, that was a Muslim guy. How do you know he's Muslim? He was Arab. There's Arab Christians, there's Arab, etc. Arab atheists, whatever. But people will use that as it was synonymous, right? Go ahead.
It also allowed you to receive the inheritance of a nation that wasn't yours.
Exactly. Because now people are American, right? People walk around America, but we know who the original people of America were. They got raped, they got robbed, they got murdered, they got marginalized and isolated to reservations. Right. And now you have everybody just freely walking around America, while the people who it belongs to are marginalized and isolated, right? Now people say, I'm American. No,
well, I think that's an intersectionality then.
What do you mean? Explain.
Intersectionality is when two things such as race and sex or gender or nationality intersect. So the intersectionality of being white in America and the notion of American being, I guess, the connotation of American is white.
True.
So the intersection,
because they're the majority of them.
Yeah, so I don't know, when people say, you know, the original people of Americas are, whether it be indigenous, Latin people, or Native Americans and things like that, I'm unsure of whether or not they'd want that intersectionality, because then they're being marginalized by just going under the word American.
True.
Because that is them being white, essentially.
That's a
so I don't know if they want to be American.
Like there's an infamous black guy. I want to say he was a Christian preacher. He said, "I'm not black, I'm American." Raven Simone said that. I'm not black, I'm American. But like you said, when they're saying that, essentially what they're saying is they're white.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just like, I get what you're saying. Like some people, you may have a white homosexual, a black homosexual, a Hispanic homosexual, but they're homosexual.
Yeah.
They're not talking about how they're this or that. They're just, we're homosexual. We use one, we let one supersede the other.
Yeah, or
so
like
I understand
the psychology of African American, that term is oppressive in itself.
Very true.
Because someone who's black might not necessarily identify as African, and someone who's African might not necessarily identify as American. So it's like it's creating words that actually represent something, but one word or two words is not enough to express an entire system or notion, which is why it's super hard to even use words.
Very true, very true. Just like you said when you brought up the term Hispanic, because Hispanic truthfully actually denotes cultural practices.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually denote anything technically ethnically, right? You have white Hispanics, indigenous Hispanics, black Hispanics, Asian Hispanics, etc., right? You see what I'm saying? You go to Mexico or any Latin America, you'll see that, right? People who maybe their great-grandparents moved to a Hispanic country and then later they assimilated into Hispanic culture, so they're identified as Hispanic, but that doesn't necessarily denote that they're indigenous people.
Yeah, so like for example in Brazil, there's no concept of race. There's a class system that's mostly based on socioeconomic status, but as far as race goes, I mean, I've hung out with people that look like me that are Brazilian, and then people who just in the majority, which is they look just as African as someone who's from Africa, and there's no concept because they don't need words to describe that they're all Brazilian.
Well, that's true. In Mexico, it used to be like that, but a couple years ago they introduced the term Afro-Mexican. Before it was never like that. Then they introduced this new term of Afro-Mexican. You see what I'm saying? When a great deal of Mexicans have what they would call black in their family tree due to the slaves that were imported, but the slave trade was short-lived in Mexico, so a lot of times it's far removed. So the people who are claiming Afro-Mexican are just the people who are more observable, have more observable, quote-unquote, African or black features, so to speak.
Yeah, or the use of Creole in the black community in itself is oppressive.
Because it just means slave. That's all Creole means, slave. I'm an American-born slave.
It also brings to light really quickly the fact that someone who's Creole is also part white.
Well, that's not true.
Because being Creole actually doesn't necessarily denote that you're white. Being Creole just denotes that
you're
were a
of
slave.
slavery in Louisiana,
That
which
you're
would
of slavery.
typically mean that you are
of Louisiana or other places. Other people are called Creole as well. In the islands, in Haiti, right? For example, like my family's from Haiti, right? So they came from Haiti, then they went to Louisiana. There's two different Creole languages that are closely related to French, but they're their own thing independently. But they're called Creole. You see what I'm saying? But Haitians aren't necessarily mixed with white. You see what I'm saying? But they're still called Creole. In Virgin Islands, they call their language a Creole language. You see what I'm saying? So basically what they're saying is it's a slave language, or these are a slave people. So it is very oppressive to call yourself Creole. You see what I'm saying? Some Creoles are quote unquote mixed, but not all. Just because you're Creole doesn't mean you're mixed, so to speak. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is that due to, like, I guess the fight or flight reflexes, or maybe many millions of years, if I saw someone who wasn't part of my tribe or looked differently than me, I had to, like, be on my feet and see, you know, are they with me or are they not with me?
Yeah, this could be a perceivable
creates the notion that I have to create delineations or demarcations between myself and someone who looks differently. When in reality, like, yeah, I understand it's important historically and socially and to move forward and culturally, but other than that, there's really no need for these words.
Okay.
As far as it seems like culturally they're important and socially they're important, but most of the time they're very divisive. So, like, what's the need for me to call someone black?
Well, you don't have to call someone.
No, but I'm saying, like, whether it be you
could just say this person, that person.
Yeah, but like as far
person,
as there
this
seems
black
to be
person, this white person.
there seems to be, like, socially for a police report, an example.
They have to put the race.
But other than that, it seems like super non-important. But because of how ingrained it is and how oppressive it is, it's cyclical. Because then people who are oppressed need to call themselves that. And it's a very interesting cycle.
You're exactly right. So the question is,
how do we get rid of those words?
Well, first, to study how to get rid of it, we got to study the origin of it.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Boom. Which we've been talking about.
Yeah.
We studied we talked about the institution of this. So it's why were these things instituted? Who instituted them? Why have they furthered this agenda? And also, why have they changed things? Because you brought up the term African American, right? That's a new term. When the African American came out, like, I want to say the 80s?
Right.
Late 70s, early 80s? You recall when Afro-American came out, right? I remember reading this book and they were like, oh, Negro, we African Americans, it's a new thing. Negroes first, right? Color also, right? So you look at all these various terms, and now, okay, why have these terms progressed the way they have? Because even though they changed the name, what changed? You see what I'm saying? The name changed, but what changed about the people you're identifying?
Did you see that movie about, I forget what it's called, about James Baldwin? It came out like 2 years ago. I'm not your Negro.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I think I'm familiar with it.
Yes, they were talking about how basically like Thomas Jefferson, when there was no concept of racial purity or anything like that, and then the first time that there was the notion of races is when the Pope needed to declare a religious war, and then when Africans came to the United States, there was no term for them other than their nationality, and then they created it to justify the need for slave labor economically, but there was no social justification, so people couldn't wrap their minds around. Once the economic exploitation was run through, so the U.S. had built themselves a foundation, they still needed a reason to have slaves, and the only way they could justify that was socially.
And dehumanizing it.
So that was basically the etymology of calling, I guess, discriminating. But before that, when the slaves were here, there was no term for them other than the country they came from. And I guess the early 1600s, 1700s.
Great question.
What?
Great question.
Yeah,
I would like to understand that as well.
What?
I would like to understand that as well.
Which part?
There's a I don't have the book with me, but it's an interesting book written by a brother from Nigeria, right? And there's certain artifacts and there's certain, like, advertisements for slaves, right? And what's interesting about that is the propaganda. Originally, it said the Hebo slaves. They were called Hebo, right? Which is etymologically basically a bastardization of a certain word that we should all be familiar with, which is called Hebrew, right? Hebrew slaves, right? So they knew. Give me Jeremiah 17.
Oh, Acts 13 and 1.
Right here. Before we even go there, see that? To be sold. It says Ebo. So it's calling the slave something very specific, right? So give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. You know who the Bible is about, right?
Yeah, I'm also Jewish, so I have a pretty good understanding of the Old Testament. Yeah.
Is your mother Jewish?
Yeah.
Your mother is Jewish, right? Okay, so what if I told you that your father is a Hebrew, but your mother is not a Jew? What if I told you that?
Yeah.
Would you? How would you? Have you heard anything like that?
Yeah, I'm people who have parents that are, or a dad that's Jewish and mother's not. Yeah.
Okay, because what I would say is this, right? The way that Torah works, it's about your.
It's matrilineal, yeah.
Patrilineal, not matrilineal. Right?
No, it goes through the mother. Judaism goes through the mother.
Judaism, but the Torah doesn't go through the mother. That's something that came later with the Talmud, and that was a divisive invention in itself. The Torah, give me Numbers 1 and 18.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. It's like you don't say in Hebrew, it would say ben, which means son of.
Yeah, you'll say
and
ben.
then the reason that they invented through the mother is because the mother was more likely to teach the kid about Judaism than the father was.
Well, we birth life itself. We are the creator of life. I'm just being honest.
That's true, sister. But let me tell you like this, right? What happened is this. There's somebody named Herod. Are you familiar with the historical
King Herod? Yeah.
King Herod.
Yeah.
This is when the matrilineal concept came. You know why? Because Herod was not a Jew, but his mother was. So in order for him to usurp the throne of the Jews, the matrilineal ideology came out. They started trying to further that. Start with Herod. That's why it came. What I'm telling you is, you are an Israelite. You are a Jew. You're descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, emphatically. But if your father is an indigenous Mexican, on his side, right? So go ahead.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
Right, so that's how we establish everything. It's patrilineal in the Torah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it worked in the Torah. So this is something that came about later. When we deal with what God handed directly to Moses, it was you are who your father is. Right. Levites to the Levites because their father was Levi. Judites to the Judites, their father was Judah. You see what I'm saying? Your father is from one of them tribes, right?
Yeah, my full name is Michatal ben David Michal Halevi, and the Levis are from
Levi, right?
Levi, yeah, which means.
So your mother is Sephardic?
No, my dad's Sephardic.
Oh, yeah.
So after they got kicked out of Spain, a lot of them came to South America and intermixed.
True.
In 1492. True. So obviously nobody had been to the Americas before that, but in the 16 and 1700s they came over after being exiled.
There's a book about that. It's called Law. I got to write my bag, right? So so now what you're saying is your father was a Sephardic Jew that went from Spain and came to the Americas and then went back to Spain. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but we have, like, my dad's very dark, like very, very dark, and he doesn't look like a Middle Eastern. He looks Hispanic.
He looks like Hispanic.
He looks Hispanic.
So would you say he was Hispanic or?
Yeah, like when I grew up here, and when we used to go to the South Bay, people would look at us because I don't look Hispanic at all, and they'd ask me.
You look Hispanic.
Yeah, not as much as my dad does, though. So they'd ask him in Spanish.
Is that your son?
Huh?
They would ask him if you was your son.
Yeah.
Don't. Happens to me more than happens to anybody. Trust me. But so what you're saying is, the question is now, your father is Sephardic through his mother.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where I wanted to stay. So now where we at? What did I have you hold?
We did Numbers.
We did there. Jeremiah. Well, let's go here. Jeremiah 17:4. There's a reason why I brought out the Hebrew slaves. Right. Go ahead.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
It said the Israelites were going to discontinue from the heritage that God gave them. Right? So they were being called Hebrew slaves, and all of a sudden the Negro, colored, black, they were called all these various things. Because it was prophetic that the discontinuation of the culture of the Israelites would occur. This is why we'll make the declarative statement about people claiming to be Jews and aren't the actual Jews. People saying they're Levi this, they're Judah that, they're Benjamin this. But they're actually not those people. Because the people who God said were his people were going to stop identifying themselves as who they were. You understand what I'm saying? Get Revelations 2 and 9, right?
God.
But like I said, if you patrilineally descend from indigenous peoples, you would be a part of the actual lineage that's on the scene, and I'll explain further. Go ahead.
Book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9.
Are they answering your questions? Are they answering your
Revelations, chapter 2,
an observer.
verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. But
so the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. So there's a group of people that are perpetrating to be the Jews.
To take the benefit of
To take the benefit of being the chosen people. Right?
Yeah.
When you go all over Africa, a lot of those people who were taken into a lot of them tribes that were taken into slavery, when you research a lot of those tribes, you'll see how richly Hebraic their culture is. Go ahead, what you got?
I am a Tutsi. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Rwanda
Yes,
genocide that happened in '94 in
Hotel
my
Rwanda.
lifetime. And there are so many people who are not Tutsi. Tutsi was the tribe that was being eliminated, annihilated off the face of the planet. There's so many non-Tutsi tribes that are living, like being saved and helped through the refugee program that are not.
But not the two.
Boom. So I relate to what you were saying.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. What's that?
So I understand
Don
about the
Cheadle
whole
was
fake
in it.
identity
Yeah.
and fake, you know what I mean? Like being connected to a certain type of identity that you're not. And there are actual people who are being persecuted for being a certain type of tribe and
Exactly. So especially when you study if you study the transatlantic slave trade, right? We know that a lot of ships left from Spain, they left from England, they left from France, they left from even Holland and Portugal, right? Now, who funded those ships to get built and constructed to take people into slavery?
Kings and queens, Jewish traders.
Jewish traders. There we go. That's the answer.
Yeah.
So this was the invested interest that Jewish traders had in the slave trade. The invested interest they had was, in order to further assume the identity successfully, they were going to have to mask the identity of who the actual Jews were. That's why it says there's going to be people who were not the Jews perpetrating to be the Jews.
I think, from what I understand, it was mostly financial gain, but I think if you're referring to West Africans, as far as Ethiopians go, that makes sense because they have introduced the notion that those are Jews through Sheba.
Well, the Ethiopian Jews are different. That's different entirely, because we're dealing with West and Central Africa. We're not. East Africa is an entirely different situation. Those are because what we have to do is what a lot of people do is they group Africa together. Africa doesn't group itself together.
Ask me any question about which region, what's up.
So now let me ask you a question,
I was
right?
born there, raised there.
You have East Africans, right? Mm-hmm. You have like West Central Africa.
Yeah.
Then you have South Africa, right?
Yeah.
Does Africa just look at itself like Africa, or do we look at it like we have tribes?
There's
tribes.
There's literally like hundreds of tribes.
Right?
Boom.
So
and
it's not just these great countries, right?
Boom. And there's regions. So it's like little pieces of political contribution.
Well, I think the identity changed with the scramble of Africa.
Yeah,
led by King
colonization.
Leopold. Yeah, I know, 1884, because they just literally drew lines on a map and came down. But before that, the notion of tribes was very distinct. I mean, in Nigeria alone, I think you have over 100 tribes.
Yes.
So
there's a huge conflict. There's a huge conflict going on in Nigeria by Ethereum, right?
Because the Nigerian president has been involved in the political manipulation of Africa itself.
That's true. That's
the
very
Nigerian
true. We have a lot of sellouts.
Is partially responsible for the African enslavement.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true. And now the thing
I
is,
was born there. I saw what I saw. I heard what I heard. I might have been young, but I know what I know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Speaking walking through. I'm just saying. Thank you for you guys doing what you do.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. But so going back is this. You have the Ethiopian Jews. They call them Falasha Jews, right? So why I would separate them from us is this is the reason. When we go to Israel, white people look at us some type of way, the white Jews. You know who else look at us some type of way? The Ethiopian Jews. They walk around with their nose up towards people who descend from West Africa. You know why? You know what they said to us? We were never slaves. You were. You see what I'm saying? Right. So when I know brothers who have been to Israel and they said that the type of racism they experienced from Ethiopians was worse than racism they experienced from white people in America.
You will have your neighbor, literally the neighbor that you have for 15 years, come over and decapitate you because the government says so.
That's true.
Racist. That's real.
That's true racism.
That's the real racism happening in Africa right now.
That's a fact.
And it's all political. It has nothing to do with the soul of the people.
And it doesn't have to do with, and it also doesn't have to do with skin color, because these people are the same skin color.
Let's fix the politics. The politics
We're gonna fix
is
it all
what's
right.
fucked up.
That's right. Matter of fact, let's go to Revelations 20.
Fucked up with this
Let's go to
country.
Revelations 20.
They say fuck the people, so we say fuck them. Let the people fix the problem. Because they can't. Obviously, they
22,
couldn't.
22.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen both sides. I've seen rich, poor, white, black. I've lived in both sides of the coin.
2.
Book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 2. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life.
There's going to be a tree of life. You know what the tree of life is talking about? What?
The tree of life is being described in the book of the tree of life.
The book of life.
Yeah.
The book of life, yeah, right?
Yeah, which stems from the tree of life.
Yeah. What's the tree of life though?
It's a Chaim in Hebrew. It essentially means like the good doers.
No,
The good doers. There you go.
shit.
All right, he
It
understands. He understands.
Treat others like you like to be treated.
That's true.
Period.
That's true.
The golden rule is the tree of
Yeah,
life.
that's
Go
actually
ahead.
from the New Testament.
Well, no, hold on. That is in the New Testament. That is in the Old Testament. That's Leviticus 19, 17, 18. Thou shalt, yes, thou shalt love thy brother, thou shalt not hate thy brother in your heart.
Literally, like,
That's all
how
the
you wanna
Read.
In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life.
There what?
The tree of life.
What did it do?
Which bare 12 manner of fruits,
Those that do good, the Israelites, read.
and yielded her fruit every month.
They did what?
Yielded her fruit every month.
We having a lot of babies, read.
And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nation.
We're going to heal the nations, man. We're going to fix all these things. Because they have no idea what's going on. Plus, you talking about the Hamites over there just slaughtering and genociding each other. We got to fix them. Esau, we got to tame them.
Right.
Moab and Ammon, who knows what the hell they did. You see the lady shut the baby out? We got to fix that. You see what I'm saying? We got to fix that. So that was an all right.
You got something?
That's
All right, Shalom, go ahead.
It's my choice, not like yours.
Just